Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Huh.
Oh my god, hot damn, look at her. She's dead. Oh god, wow. Oh god, bless.
It is Paladin. Congratulations on being boot camp. How's the audio? I added a filter to add 15 decibel gain. Is it too loud? Am I too loud? Gaining myself by 15 decibels. Sounds good? Sounds good? It's not too loud? It's not too loud? Being this close? 15 decibels is... Oh my god, I peaked it. 15 decibels is kind of a lot. It feels like it's kind of a lot. Me thinks. Using earbuds if that matters. I don't like the fact that it turns red. The bar, my audio mixer, it turns red. I don't like that. I don't like that it turns red. Right there. That turned red. That turned red. That turned red. That turned red. I don't like that it turns red. Does that peak for you guys? Or is it limiting? I have the limiter on, which is still at -2 decibels. So it's still at -2 decibels. My limiter. Ow. You're not hearing any distortion. Sounds good? Sounds good. That's good. That's good then. I keep peeking. I keep peeking. I still keep puking. I'm not puking. I'm peeking but not peeking. I'm not peeking, I'm peeking. Ugh. Barf. Today's Thursday, right? It feels like the week is going by so slow, but also so fast at the same time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pigging? Pigging. I had my Jollibee spaghetti before stream. Last night, so like I didn't eat after stream, right? I ate some Jollibee chicken nuggets before stream, and I was kind of hoping that would tide me over, but like I think that was my lunch as well because I didn't eat all day either. So I didn't eat all day, and technically that Jollibee was like my first meal of the day. And so like I was hoping it would be like a dinner. And I know Zombie Fox kept asking me if I've eaten, what my dinner is and things. I'm like, I'm not going to eat. I had a late lunch. I ate right before stream. I got off of stream and I stayed up a little bit to work on some of the videos for the rest of the music, and I was getting really hungry. I was so hungry. I was just like, so like, you know. I had spaghetti before stream, but it was like a little side. I don't know if that's gonna end up tiding me over. And I also don't know if I'm staying up again to work on stuff. I kind of do, because I kind of want to do a couple of other, like, other productive things. You know what I mean? But then also at the same time, I'm tired. I get eepy. I was eepy. I was so tired today. I don't know why. I was so eepy tired. What's up? What's up? What's up, Turbo? What? What's your important question? What? The eeper? I am an eeper. Also, I haven't done my greetings to everybody. Hello, Zoom. Hello. Hello, Atheist Paladin. You are using the earbuds. Ow.
Tea cakes.
Oh, frick. Is that a Damon? Damon! Rub-a-dub-dub. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. You're the Waylord in the tub. Thank you, thank you! See, I keep triggering that warning now. Now that I've upped the gain by 15 decibels. Are you sure? Are you sure I sound okay? Also, Hado Atheist Paladin. Or sorry, that's not Atheist Paladin. I'm like looking ahead. Hado Zombie Fox. Hado Scribs. Agreed, although a bit more on the fast side from now. A little bit. Today is indeed Thursday, but only until tomorrow. This is true. TM! Hado! Turbo, do I sound better? I added a filter. I added a filter gain, and I made it add 15 decibels, and now literally my audio mixer keeps turning red with every word. Every single word. The salmon spaghetti? I didn't add any salmon to the spaghetti. I do have salmon curry, but not in the spaghetti. Although I've never tried salmon in my spaghetti. Did you drink water? I did just now. Wait, was that my first time drinking water today?
Dieter Boracon has deemed it necessary to water the cat.
I think I think that was my first time drinking water today, was drinking it with the spaghetti. But I do have some peach, no, pear. I have some pear tea. Pear honey tea. Thank you so much for the hydration. It's really hot, although Thank you, Damon. Thank you, thank you. Oh, so you did boost your mic. Do I sound any different? Do I sound any different? Do I sound better? Do you see the warning sound label being triggered exponentially due to me just regular talking? Because me when my net is breaking, my heart aches because I stutter for you. When the kilobytes just leak, I wish you could peek at my screen so you can see me. Beko talk so loud, stream struggled. Yeah, I saw the glitch and I'm like, I looked down, 0 kilobytes per second. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Maybe 10 decibels? Am I efficiently loud though? Like, I listened to it. I tried to listen to it. Oops. There. It's now 10 decibels. Is that better? Is that better? It's 10. 10 decibels. Yep, you sound perfect now. How in the world can I sound perfect when I'm peaking the entire time? I'm peaking. I'm peaking. I'm peaking. How can you like this? How can you like this? No, 15 was perfect. Turbo says 15 was perfect. Beko getting them gains. It's perfect volume-wise. It was perfect. Maybe lower that slightly, but definitely a lot easier to hear. Cat is just naturally loud like Tiger, only more goofy. Monado says I'm naturally loud, but everybody else says I'm quiet. I don't think I have... yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you other than shoving the interface, the audio interface gain all the way to max. But even then, I think last time I did that, you guys all screamed that I was hurting your ears. Also, I keep tweaking I keep tweaking that setting. I tweak that setting quite frequently due to doing recordings, and like Reaper does different settings. So it wasn't just you. Yeah, everybody struggled. Hi, Gons! Go what? 10 is too quiet. Literally 5 decibel difference makes... If 5 decibels make that much of a difference to you guys? You're peaking on your end, but the overall volume was fine, you suppose. What am I supposed to do when OBS is constantly... The audio mixer is literally constantly changing the pink. Wait. Ah! Wait. Wait. Give gab. Look at that. On max volume. Not even nerfing myself. And that little made it peak.
Yeah.
Grumbert? Am I so quiet? Hi, you are so quiet. Maybe your system setup is set too sensitive. What do you mean my system setup? It's not just about me liking it. When you're loud, you can just be turned down. When you're too quiet, nothing can be done. But what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to... What am I... Yep, you're quiet again. It's literally 5 decibel difference. 15 was perfect, you said. Gain. 15. Like that? Like that? Like that? Like that? How about the lucky number 13? That'll show them. But we are seeing the too loud peaking warning, so it might just be set to go off too easy. Okay, let me see. Well, I don't think so. Because literally OBS is like peaking. Like the bar, the audio bar. It's literally like... let me see. Sound warning. Input peak sample. Easing. 0. Action. Source visibility. Canvas. Scene. Stream modification. Source. Sound warning. Enable and disable. Threshold. 55. I can't remember which is better. Ah? Ha 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 ha. Okay, so maybe 90? It was at 55 before. 80? Maybe 80. 80? Ah! Ah! Amana. 80. I'm gonna set it to 80. Ah! Amana. Okay. You found the loud alert funny? because when I scream... You think she is talking? Hi chicken. Check in. One of these days, can you like help me look at my OBS audio setting? Because I have too sensitive of hearing, and so I nerf my audio a lot because I can hear myself, but apparently I nerf myself too much that nobody else can hear me. To be honest, you sound fine overall to you. With the current settings, with the 15 decibel gain, put the limiter on it and set it to max 5 decibels. My limiter is at 2 decibel, I think. Filter, limiter, -5 decibel. Close. Still peaking. I don't know what that's supposed to do. Max gain stream, please! Trust the musician, knowledgeable person, very knowledgeable. 15 sounds a lot better, at least with your speaking voice. We're not really experiencing the Beko screams. Yeah, wait until you experience the Beko screams. So that may be different. I know. What am I supposed to do with my quiets and my large extremes? You need to lose your hearing like now, like this very second. Oh my god. Anna banana, a banana. Actually 10, maybe 10? I had it at 10 literally 2 seconds ago and everybody started screaming that losing the 5 decibels was too much. Or do you mean the limiter? You make the limiter 10 filters. Limiter. Negative 10 decibel. Ah! 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 I don't know what this is supposed to look like, chicken. I don't I don't know. I'm just gonna ask you tomorrow. Can you come into the tea room tomorrow and we look at this? We look at this tomorrow. But I guess for now everybody can hear me. For now everybody can hear. Ow. Troll bass. Okay. You could always make an OBS compressor filter. I had a compressor, but also I don't understand how compressors work. I don't understand how compressors work. I always end up following tutorials. Anytime I have to compress something in Reaper, I just go and look up some random Reaper tutorial and just follow them. Even if like whatever their tutorial isn't for what fits for whatever audio I'm editing, I don't know exactly what I'm listening for, and so I just follow whatever settings I have and hope that it works for whatever it is that I'm using or working on. It limits peaks and raises quiet sounds. Like,
Listen.
hi! Oh wow, it's almost like you've been telling you've been quiet for years. I can hear myself, chicken. I can hear myself. Yeah, very, not painful enough. On your mic filters, what do you have? What do you mean by mic filters? Like in OBS? In OBS and OBS? This model has some chunky thighs. You like it? I made it that way. I made the thighs chunky. I made them chunky. Trying to be proportionally. Beko has just gotten stronger in sound. Hey, listen. Compressors work by compressing. But what does that actually mean? Yeah, you thought so? Your mic is loud, but the stream sounds like the redeems are still quiet. Isn't that the point? Isn't the point that you wanted to be able to hear me? And last time you were saying my alerts were louder than me? I've not touched anything with my audio, the filters. So the filters I have on my audio input, which is my microphone, is right now I have that gain for 15 decibels. I have a limiter, which is at -5 decibels. And that's it. There's a compressor here, but it's toggled off. I don't know what that was. I don't know what I think I followed a tutorial. So I don't know if these settings are appropriate for my settings. I could toggle that on. You want me to toggle it on so you guys can hear whatever this compressor is supposed to be? So you have gain, boost, and limiter. Yeah, toggle it. Okay, this is compressor turned on. Okay, did that oh my god. Did that do something? The compressor is 6-to-1. Threshold is -24. The attack is 6 ms. The release is 60 ms. The output gain is 8 decibels. Noise test be loud. That boosted it by another 5-10 decibels. So I'm even louder. Oh my god. Let me turn off the gain. Okay, how is that? Now it's just the compressor gain removed. That's a change. You're quiet now. Now it's 5 decibels. Gaba. This is compressor. No gain. Your thighs are objectively correct in size and proportion. Thank you. Wait. How would you know? That upped it. Interesting. The lucky Neko! Thank you! Thank you so much for the birthday greetings, by the way. Thank you, thank you! It took you recording her and comparing her to literally everything else. No, totally it didn't. Threshold is what limits the high volume. Output gain raises the quiet. Output gain raises the quiet. So it's at 8 decibels right now. Is there an order to it? The compressor is above the limiter. Much quieter. You'd say kick that output gain way up. Okay, so let's change that output gain to 15 because you guys said you like that 15. How is that? Is that better? On the compressor, I upped the output gain to 15. What? Beko too quiet now? Highly compressed? Is that good or bad? So gain boost. So gain boost compressor limiter. I turned off the gain for this. Like now it's just compressor and limiter. Now we are just compressor and limiter. Much better. You're not hitting the peaks. I'm not hitting the peaks anymore. Beko, give us a loud scream. Start yelling? You want me to start yelling?
Yes, compressed fires, please.
Ah! 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 It looks like the audio is not peaking. It's not going above -5. Like actually loud. Ah! 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 But also voice compressed now. What do you mean compressed? What do I sound like? Try yelling. Compressed thighs. Please compress the thighs. Very loud. Shout. I am. Ah! Give us a real scream. This is now an OBS settings tutorial stream. It sounds fine now. This deserves a clip without context. You sound like 256 hertz. And does that mean I sound crunchy? The levels are good. We can figure out. You mean I sound crunchy now? Sounds good with a bit of a buzz. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, there's also noise suppression here. Let me toggle that on. Okay, what did that do? Did that make things better? There's a noise suppression. Make it better? Not incredibly crunchy? So, not really. Only when you try to get super loud. Oh. Still compressed, but only for those who can hear it. The curse of good hearing. Do I change any of these other settings? The ratio is 6:1. The threshold is -24. The attack is 6. Release is 60. Yeah, noise suppression, suppressor. Oh, that's the one that silences my screams. Okay. Turn off noise suppression. Be gone, demon! Now all of your screams are eaten. That's the one that took away my screams. I remember that for a couple. Because that was, where is it? I had that feature that shook me. That would shake me when I would scream. I don't remember how I did that again. The filters are still here for it, but they're toggled off. But I forgot. Do I just turn this on? Ah! There it is. Ah! Turn that off. Why is it so aggressive? What? Ah! Oh, frig! Oh, frig! Did I break myself? There we go. There we go. Okay, I fixed myself. You remember that? Rusty chicken from KFC. From KFC? From literally KFC! Oh my god, thank you so much for the birthday greetings. Thank you, thank you! What's the threshold on the compressor at? Let me open it up again. You remember that threshold is too low, you said.
Lips or
Oh.
it didn't happen.
She's phasing out of reality. Beko is vibrating more than the Flash. I'm phasing through existence. Okay. What did I say? The threshold? Threshold on the vibration is too low. On the vibration is too low. Oh, the threshold for it to trigger? Yeah, I don't remember what it was on. The threshold is on 0, it looks like. Oh no, the threshold's on 30. Anyway, you want the threshold for the compressor is at -24. Half it? So -12? Is that better? Ah! 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 Is that better? -12 for the threshold? Ah! 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 I cannot believe. Yeah, that's better. Yay! Yay! Play with it a bit. -12. I don't know what the threshold does. What does the threshold do? It crunches the screams. Oh. Ayo! Welcome in! Welcome in! Welcome in! Ayo! We can do finer details tomorrow. Go yap a little, cat. Yeah, I'll go lap. I'll do laps around this. Thank you, guys! Thank you! Thank you, tech support team, for fixing up my audio because you guys kept complaining that I'm too soft-spoken. Why? Why? What's the toggle for it? Nope, wrong one. Why? Oh, okay. I'm a better now. I forgot what my other faces are. Wait, go back to that. I have a controller! Oh, oh, oh. Just do this forever. It only took 3 years? What do you mean? It only took 3 years. I thought you guys were crazy. I mean, I still think you guys are crazy. I still think you guys are crazy. I listened to my own VOD and I think it sounds fine to me. No one's gonna come in your room and ask why you were yelling. Nope. At least I hope so. I hope so. I wasn't yelling as if it's bloody murder, as if I desperately needed help or anything. Cat wave. This is also true, very true. Isn't your system like 30%? What do you mean my system? You mean my computer system? No. My system's at 100%, but I watch YouTube videos at like 10%. And then my speakers are on full blast. I have my speakers on full blast. I have everything on full blast. So that everybody can hear when I watch Star Wars. You're supposed to do the opposite? What do you mean I'm supposed to do the opposite? Somebody told me to just leave all of the system settings on max. And then just adjust to each video. Somebody told me you just adjust to each video. So my system settings max. And then even my own stream. Even if I were to pull up... Hold on. Even if I pull up like an old VOD. Test. Test. Oh my goodness, I'm so loud. I'm so loud now. You guys might not believe me, but I'm so loud now. Okay. Okay. So let me. Is this the age? 930 pieces. Is this? And it wants something. I guess I watch my own videos at 100%. I guess I watch my own videos at 100%. I wonder what Avi's settings are at. Because for Avi's streams, I literally have her at 1% and I can still hear her. I watch Avi's stream. Why aren't you yelling? I watch Avi's stream at 1%. Sometimes like no more than 5%. I wonder what her settings are. If you're using your speaker system at 100%, what do you mean? I don't get it. System on 100, but adjust speakers to comfort. System on 100. Yeah, my system's on 100, but adjust speakers to comfort and then adjust everything on top of it. Yeah, that's what I do. That's literally what I do. My system's at 100 and then everything else I adjust. If you're using headphones, adjust the Windows sound level. You mean on the tool taskbar? 1% on Windows? Twitch or what? Like on Twitch. On Twitch, she's like 1%. I never touch the Windows. The Windows always at 100. Watch everything at 30. You've said your speakers on 100. Yeah, my speakers are on 100 too. They're speakers. They're speakers. The speakers are also at 100. But the videos themselves I adjust on the slider. Like on the videos themselves. I'm gonna ask Avi. Can you show me what your audio filter settings are on your OBS? I don't know if she has filters. She's naturally a very rambunctious person. She's naturally very audible. The Beko science chicken helped me get through to her. Get through to me how? I don't get it. My speaker's at 100%. My system's at 100%. But like my YouTube video or my Twitch, that's where I adjust the volume. I don't get it. What's the problem? What's the problem? The hardware is at 100. The software is where I adjust. Your Twitch soundbar and YouTube soundbar are always max. Why though? If I'm on speaker, I just turn the dial to adjust, and on my headphones, my Windows setting is at 30% sound. I have a separate audio, like, squealy roll for my headphones that I can adjust. I can adjust. Which chicken? Probably talking about Mr. Chicken Nuggets. Cause he's like, I listen to chicken. Although chicken yells at me and berates me. Only adjusting the software sounds? Like, I adjust the video itself. Am I making the am I saying it wrong? I leave everything at 100, but like the actual YouTube video, that's where I adjust the audio on the individual videos. And then like the only time I adjust is like maybe my headphones. But my speakers are always, including hardware speakers. My hardware speakers are always at 100. They're always at 100. And then I just adjust the video itself. That's a bad chicken. Okay, you leave system on 100 because speakers are adjustable. You adjust your speaker around the loudest, quietest app you usually interact with. For me, it's Discord. Then on top of that, you adjust individual apps. The speaker's at 100. The speakers are at 100. They're at max. I twist the knob all the way to the right. And then I do what you say, where I adjust the individual apps and vids. The speakers are not supposed to operate at 100. But why? But they are. What do you mean? They're not meant to be unless you're blasting sound usually. It causes damage to them. They're still working. They're still working. I mainly only use the speakers for like when I'm hanging out in the tea room, like when I'm in a call and voice, so that way I don't have to wear my headphones all day. I don't really use them for like gaming or things like that. I use my headphones for gaming. Speakers are where you adjust your volume depending on the source. But then I have to keep twisting the knob. You're passing a lot of current. You know what? I think I believe that, actually. I know if you... I mean, I do that for, like, my handheld systems, right? So, like, when I played the Switch or Game Boy or whatever, I refuse to have the volume go any higher than 30 because I don't want to blow out the speakers on them. So, I mean, I guess that same logic applies to actual computer speakers. The individual computer speakers. They are not designed to operate at 100. My brother would operate his portables at 100. It would drive me crazy. It would drive me crazy. And I think the few times like he had to borrow my handhelds, I'd be so upset when I'd get them back and the volume was like at max. I'm like, why? You're gonna blow out your speakers! I always had them at like 30 or lower. Sometimes just 5. I have them really low. You personally try to keep your hardware at no more than 75%? What are my headphones at? My headphones are at max right now. My headphones are at max right now. Let's lower them down to like 50. YouTube videos, Twitch's sound bars should always stay at 100. Why? That's their best. That's their baseline. And you only turn them down if the source is too loud or if you're trying to hear two things. I always turn them down though. I always watch my YouTube videos are always at like 10%. You're not supposed to twist the knob all the time too. You find the baseline, then work around it. How does one find the baseline? You keep your headphones at Windows 30, since that's like turning a speaker 30% of the way. This is gonna mess up all of my gaming, by the way. This is gonna mess up how I function all of my games, isn't it? Trying to convert to what is supposed to be proper is gonna mess up the way I understand my gaming. Because you guys have watched me every time I boot up a brand new game, right? You watch me, and the first thing I do is go into the audio settings and I turn all of the audio down. I go in and I turn the music down to like 5%. I turn the music down to 5% to like absolutely nothingness. And so if I'm adjusting my Windows audio setting, this is gonna mess with what I know, isn't it? It's gonna change how I function games. You keep your preamp. What? I don't have a preamp at 30% too, and I have high resistance headphones. You've just said you set the baseline around the 100 of the app you're usually interacting with. Wait, I don't understand. Around the 100 of the app you're usually interacting with. I need to go back. Can you guys make like a school of audio for me to understand how I'm supposed to how I'm supposed to listen to audio properly? Oh dear. Well, now that's one less step you have to do when playing new games now. They're so loud. No, they're so loud. They are so loud. But it's also for stream. It's also for stream. Because then the games are louder than me. I have to turn down the game audio because the games are usually louder than me. The game will drown me out if I don't lower it down. You hang out on Discord all the time, so your baseline volume is set around average Discord call volumes. Everybody, I also have to turn everybody down in the Discord, by the way. I have to go through and like turn everybody down except for Chicken. Chicken is super duper quiet for me. Chicken's always at like 200% for me, and then everybody else I have to lower down to like 40%. Like you Otter Time! Thank you so much for the 100 itty bitty! Thank you, thank you! Cat monster. Meow. Meow. School of Audio, don't you make music? Yes, but apparently my ears are wrong, according to you. Apparently the way I understand and listen to things is wrong. According to you guys. You think you're getting to her? I don't understand. It's gonna mess with all of... I don't understand. You could always make an audio ducking filter in OBS to make game volume lower when you talk. When I talk? Oh, I feel like that would be so obnoxious though, because the audio would go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I don't know. No. I don't think I like ducking. I don't think I like ducking, because then you might miss something. I might miss something. Not me, not you. Most likely you. I might miss something. I don't like the ducking where it's like
Rogue underscore 2K3 chucked $20. Beaky has stolen my wallet. Please
Thank
help.
you. Thank you, Rogue. Thank you, Bicky. Thank you, Rogue. Courtesy of Bicky for the $20. Thank you, thank you. We are officially 350 away from forcing Kaiju to make me his wallpaper. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. I'm looking forward. I really am actually looking forward to like subjecting him to making me his wallpaper. And like I got this illustration commission specifically for the purpose of I had a brainworm in my head and I wanted this brainworm to be real. And yeah. It's currently my Dragon Spartan. Thank you. It's currently my own wallpaper. It's my own phone wallpaper. Well, no, actually it's not. Garrus is my wallpaper. What did it? Is it my computer wallpaper? No, it's not. Where have I placed this? It was my computer wallpaper, but now it's not. It was my phone wallpaper, but now it's Garrus. Listen, it could be your guys' wallpaper. It could be your guys' wallpaper. Vicky the Thief. Imagine that instead of turning every person to 40% on Discord, you set your speakers to 40 instead. But then what about Chicken? Chicken's at 200%. Chicken's at 200%. What about Chicken? You've seen that, but better to just have the game a bit lower than you? Yeah. Consistent audio. You suppose it went to a good cause? Yay! Yay! Thank you. I like to be a good cause. Cause. Garrus, he has some calibrations. He has to do some calibrations. No! In this picture, we're holding each other. That's Chicken's issue. Bully him for it. Is Chicken not quiet to you whenever you're in the tea room? Is that not a thing? Is he never quiet to you? He's usually quiet to me, and then depending on how much later into the night he gets quieter because he can't talk very loud because it's like ungodly hours for him. You don't remember hanging out with Chicken in the tea room? Oh. Maybe eventually. Maybe he'll help me tomorrow with my audio. Maybe he'll help me tomorrow with my audio. We'll see. But I don't understand compressor. I don't understand all those settings. I just find tutorials and I try to follow them. I don't know what each of them do. I don't know. But you absolutely would bully him for it. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Chicken is a musician. So he's also an audiophile. My community is actually filled with so many audiophiles, actually, now that I think about it. There's you, there's Chicken, there's Anti, there's Zoom. There's actually quite a bit of audiophiles in here. And so, like, you guys are all audiophiles, and I've just been subjecting you guys. I've been subjecting you guys to my audio settings. How has that been? How's that been going for you guys? You guys have been tolerating my audio settings for however long you've been in my community. That must mean you really do enjoy me if you subject yourself to like the torture that I've been subjecting you guys to with my audio settings. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's like the best compliment I could ever have, that you guys subject yourselves to the audio settings that I've put you guys through. Oh no, you aren't the cause. Torturing others is the cause, a worthy one indeed. You're joking. Torture is only funny if all parties consent. You guys are willingly consenting to this because you're watching the stream. Yeah, you guys are all consenting. You're an audiophile? I know you are. I know, you've been bugging me about my audio. So you have all the right to bully him. No. I mean, maybe, but also, if you do, you just have to expect that Chicken is also really British. So he will have fighting words back. He won't take it lying down. He'll have fighting words. So just be prepared for that. You're just a man with way too many headphones. You have like, every time Zoom comes into the tea room, he's got like radio like crisp radio station audio. If you hear Zoom's audio, like for somebody that's not like super into like audio mixing or audio like file or like all of that stuff, he has a whole like crazy equipment that makes him very like crisp radio station like vibes. He's got like, I think of everybody that ever goes into the tea room, he's got the cleanest sound ever. Yeah. Come on, thank you. Also, welcome back. You're still getting over you casually streaming with BTO7. What's a BTO7? Casually streaming with BTO7. Hi, Sleepy! How are you? To your salmon-loving sister. Yeah, let's go! We had somebody at the end of last stream who also loves scooters and salmon, was a salmon eater. They were also my favorite chatter for the stream, but they arrived literally 10 minutes when stream was ending, so they only got to be my favorite for 10 minutes. only for 10 minutes. You're an audiophile and musician and Russian. Fighting is in your nature. Please don't fight. Please don't cause any discourse. Please just be good natured and just, you know, don't fight. Please no. No. We want to keep it nice and savory in here. Streamer I mod for had a tritone, aka the devil's notes, as a hum in the back of her stream. Fixing that was fun. Oh, now I have a whole crew that's gonna fix my audio, it sounds like. I have a whole crew that's gonna fix my audio tomorrow, is what it sounds like to me. See, you're actually the best. Ah! Stop! You're making me feel squishy! Anyway, crisp like fried chicken, very crisp, very clean, like the crystal clear waters that of Devil's Punch Bowl that which I jumped into. Very crisp and clean like that. You have some fried chicken videos as well? Like videos of your fried chicken? Like you took videos of your fried chicken? Oh, the SM7B? Yeah, what about it? What's wrong with the SM7B? What's wrong with the SM7B? You mix it up all the time? You do not know why. That's okay. Scooters? As in the coffee place? No, scooters. Like a motorcycle. A motorcycle. A Vespa scooter. I have a Vespa scooter and a Honda Super Cub. Vroom vroom. Yeah. I like it. I'm obsessed. Oh yeah, you know a few people who use the SM7B? What's wrong? What's wrong with the what's wrong with the SM7B? The SM7B is like, isn't that supposed to be like, I mean it was. It's not anymore. It's like it was one of the like radio podcasting microphones or whatever. My audio friend was the one that recommended it to me when I was looking for an upgrade. Because when I started streaming, guys, when I started streaming, you want to know what I used when I started streaming? When I started streaming, I used a Yeti Snowball. Okay? Baby's first streaming setup. I used a Yeti Snowball. Okay? And yes, it was purple. And there was one time when I moved and I changed my audio setup to use an arm or something like that. I was getting frustrated because like every time I would tap the table or anytime the fan was on or whatever, I could hear everything. Every audio that existed, right? And that's when I learned about compressor microphones and dynamic microphones. And I was just like, how do I get rid of the arm spring vibration noise that my microphone picks up, right? How do I get rid of that? Because it's driving me crazy to hear that. And it hears absolutely everything. And my audio friend was telling me, oh, you probably need like a dynamic microphone because it's supposed to keep like it's like really low intake, right? So it helps with like not hearing quiet things or whatever. So I looked into it. I looked into like what equipment I needed and that's when I got like all of that. And then I got really mad because after I bought the SM7B, I think like a month or two later, they released the MV7 something or whatever it was. Which made me very, very mad because it basically has the exact same sound profile as the SM7B, but it's versatile. You could use an XLR cable or you could just use a USB plug. And I was so mad. I'm like, I could have started out with that. Cheaper buy-in. And then when I get my XLR setup, then I could like upgrade slowly. You know what I mean? I was so mad. Yeah. It's a good crisp recording mic. Just casually talking into. Just casually. I mean, I do a lot of yapping, guys. I do a lot of yapping. Messi or Ronaldo? Are we talking about soccer? Are we talking about soccer? Didn't they already play? Didn't Argentina already play? SM7B is just a familiar sound. That's why you colored your mic to sound like it. You adjusted your microphone to sound like an SM7B, but somehow sound better than me using an actual SM7B. You're using not an SM7B and was able to tweak your microphone to sound like an SM7B and sound better than me using an actual SM7B. It's a good mic. Yeah, even the shotgun variant. There's a shotgun variant? That's interesting. You can get almost exact result from an official or even knockoff SM58. The very specific crispiness it gives is much more important to loud voices with high range in a perfect recording environment. What do I need for my purposes? For my quietness and my loudness? Can I have one of you guys just like come over and like set up my audio equipment?
ADSR running
Clearly,
for 180
clearly
seconds.
I've been hearing things wrong. Clearly the way I hear the world is not the right way to hear the world. The classic purple. Yeti Snowball is good. Room and setting matter more than the mic. It was a very, very crunchy, scrunchy room. People say using one just for streaming is overkill, but in my opinion, why not have what people know works good? That's true. That's true. It works good. Listen, the important thing is that I stopped having that spring issue. I stopped having, because when I use the Snowball, I had to put on a ton of filters to just like have noise removal, get rid of fan noise, get rid of the spring vibration, and it still wasn't enough. And it got to a point where like it would distort my head, like my audio. Thank you, Dragon Spartan, for the head pat. Sorry, the sticker isn't working. It was just like it was just too much filtering. And I just didn't like it. It could hear absolutely everything. It's not just for overkill for streaming. It's overkill most of the time. Feel free to do what you want, but you can get the same result for a fraction of the price. Well, you know what? You might be right, Turbo. But you know what? I already have it. So we gotta deal with it. We gotta deal with it and we gotta make it work. I already have it. I've been using it for a while now, so by now I surely must have gotten my money's worth from it. The only thing I don't have is that I just have a regular audio interface. I don't have one of those cool slider, like, mixer setups where I could slide my audio up and down and have little, buttons that I could press for, like, a soundboard. I don't have any of that. I have been looking at the Fee-Fine one. I've been really tempted to get one. I've been really tempted to get like an audio mixer thingy and doohickey. But I don't know. I don't know exactly what that does or how to use it. I know Avi has I think it was the Go XLR, but that's no longer being supported. And that used to be like the thing for streamers to get. But now it's no longer being supported. Especially when it comes to multi-layer compression, hell, that is the streaming. You really like your Rode Pod mic, but the Electro Voice RE20 is your Halo mic. I don't know any of this. I don't want to look into any audio. Like, I don't want to look at getting new equipment. What I have should work. It should work. It should function. I don't need to know anything more about microphones other than how in the world I get them to work, other than like the software part and the filters and things like that. I shouldn't need to look into microphones unless somehow this like literally dies and goes kaput. Unless something like just goes horribly, messably wrong, this should probably be my microphone for a really long while. You only have $200 invested in your current setup. That's good. I wish I got the other microphone, but you know what? That's fine. Yeah, it's not about the mic itself. That's what you're trying to say. Yeah. Argentina plays Switzerland on July 11. Oh, 2 more days. 2 more days. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you betting on? Who are you betting for? Hi, Venus. Hello. Also, hello, Electrocarbon. You already have the SM7. So play with it all you want. But the problem is, I listened to things wrong, according to you guys. I just wouldn't recommend getting it. Oh, absolutely. When Avi was getting her audio setup, she was asking me what I had, and I told her what I had, and she didn't bother waiting for me to finish talking, and she went and bought hers, so she also has an SM7B, and then she bought it, and then like returned to listening to me as I was still talking about my audio setup, and I literally ended my like my whole tangent and going, I would not recommend getting the SM7B, and she's like, oh god damn it, and I'm just like, what did you do? I straight up, and like I explained my whole setup because that was the exact question she asked, and I straight up followed up with, I would not recommend getting. And she just didn't bother waiting for me to finish. Yeah, so she also has an SM7B. I watched a VTuber once with desk standard SM58, a big foam windscreen, and some good EQ. She was clear and so even. Can somebody like come and edit my audio? Can somebody like set my audio up so that make me sound like butter. Make me sound like melting butter in your ears. Crisp, clean, smooth. Can somebody do that for me? I know it's hard to do it online, right? Because it's like you can't hear. Or can you? Or is it better if it's online? Because then you can hear what I sound like with the microphone. I don't know. I don't know which one would be better. Somebody make me sound like butter. I want to be butter. I want to be slathered on toast, right? Your ears will be the toast, and I want to be the butter slathered on your ears, melting smoothness and very delicious. Can we make this happen? Can we put our heads together and make this happen? Now I have a question. I actually have a question. When we do these audio tweakings, is that going to affect how Reaper registers the microphone or my microphone setup? Or is it just going to keep everything like as raw, like super raw? I only ask because like, is that going to affect when I do recordings for music? Remember, I'm very audio and music dumb. Okay? I just write the silly words and sing the silly words. I don't know anything that I'm doing. Thinking of the Rode one. SM58 is very underrated despite it sounding almost the same as the SM7B. I've been out of the audio game. I've not been looking up microphones. I should not be looking up any, like, if I look up audio, like I might get FOMO, and I don't need that. I have my audio still works. The ads are gross. I'm so sorry. You can set up a mixer through software. Discord hates that though. Oh, does it really? Discord hates the mixer. You probably have just taken care of your ears better than most people, so things aren't as quiet for you. Probably. My ears do get
outside.
Archie. Bring your lightsaber to Offkai. and relinquish it for my use and purposes for Offkai. Let me test the LARPability of your lightsaber. His response, yes, ma'am. Frick. Yes, ma'am. What you have is very good. Yeah. Yeah, no. There have been times where like loud noises, like even when I play some video games, when they have like the loud, scratchy, distorted noise, like that's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to play the iSomnium Files, because they started doing that static noise, and that's so like freaking what's the word? What's the phrase? It's so cheese grater to my ears. It hits frequencies that I do not like. I do not like the frequencies it hits. Right? My ears, they do not like. Yes, very grating, very grating. Mm. You sound fine right now. No adjustment needed. Hi, Senator. Everybody tweaked my settings ever so slightly. Everybody helped me add a compressor. You go by the motto of buy once, cry once. So if you have the means to get what people consider the best, why settle? Yeah, exactly. Rock that SM7B. Exactly. This should last me for a good while. It better last me for a good while. I'm of the mindset of like, yeah, basically buy once, cry once. Like it better last me forever. Kind of like, you know what they say, like kind of future proofing, but not future proofing. I want it to last me a good while. I don't want to have to think of upgrades for a while. It better last me a while. You missed us setting it up. Good night, Damon. Good night, good night, good night. Good night. Oh, you're so precious. Wow. You'll get 58 once you move and set up a room. If you move. For music recording, you need to do it as raw as possible. Sing as close to the mic as possible with a pop filter. With all filters added in post, gain set as low as possible to detect full range will take a bit of work. I don't have a pop filter anymore. I think I got rid of my pop filter after switching to the SM7B. Like staring at it. Yeah, I don't think I have a pop filter anymore. I used to have an isolation cube that I stuck the shirt in, but I found like when I did that and I tried to do a recording and submit it to the mixer, they actually told me like, hey, there's like some weird things going on with the audio. Like they didn't like it. So then I did a pass like recording without the isolation foam cube thing. And they were like, okay, this is great. Like I can work with this. So there was something wrong with the isolation cube. This is downright Sith moment. Archie's going to let me test out his bougie expensive lightsaber because he wants to market his expensive bougie lightsaber. He's just trying to spread awareness of the brand and sell me on it. I'm sure he will do whatever it takes to sell me on his lightsaber. Isn't that right, Archie? Isn't that right? You will do what it takes to sell me on this lightsaber's quality. I was just gonna give it to you for free. Oh, okay. Well, then you will show me how to use this lightsaber. You will show me the functionality of this lightsaber. You will let me use this lightsaber. So that I fully understand the capacity of this lightsaber. Acoustic kitty moment. Oh yeah, one of the big YouTube lightsaber channels dropped a good new saber buyer video today. So if you're in the market, you can check it out. I'm unfortunately not in the market. I actually have to save up money because boarding Kogi for Offkai is gonna cost a pretty penny. So I should not expend anything at all. Because I can't bring Kogi with me this time. I cannot bring Kogi with me this time, so I have to board Kogi, and unfortunately, that's gonna cost me a pretty penny. So, for the next, 2-3 months? For the next 3 months, I probably can't do anything spending-wise, because I have to board him for Offkai, and then I'm gonna probably have to board him again for V-Expo. Yeah. Very sad. Very sad. Hi, Liz! How are you? You have FOMO for a 150 pop filter? Why is a pop filter that expensive? Is it good? That is just a metal disc with some holes in it because you saw it in a song video. Is it good, though? Does it do the thing it's supposed to do? I do sometimes have trouble with my in recordings. Ooh, Zeal can notice the difference. Zeal notices that I'm louder this stream, courtesy of me attempting to add a gain, and then everybody helped me by adding a compressor instead. So please, yes, courtesy of the Dawnlit Nation helping me adjust a compressor. How much salmon to do Fallout New Vegas DLC? You mean you're offering me salmon to play the fall? Wait, there's a new DLC? How old is this game? How old is this game and it's still getting DLC? You sound great. In my opinion, audio quality is better than most VTubers for sure. Oh, thank you. I will try my best to keep improving it because I do believe that the audio quality is very important when you're watching streamers, especially if like a lot of their content is yapping, right? You don't want to listen to like really distorted or garbage audio. Like for me, I go crazy if the audio isn't clean. I go completely insane if the audio is not great. So like I do believe in like the importance of like good quality audio, but also apparently I am too extreme with my sensitivity with my audio. Which is why I was super duper quiet because I do not like loud things. I personally do not like loud things. So, yeah. I'm sorry for subjecting you guys to that. I will take a hint from the council, from the Downlit Council, and I guess I'll be subjected to tests and regiments tomorrow by the Dawnlit Nation. Dead Money? Dead Money? Hasn't Dead Money been out for a while? Is it new or is it like that's just the most recent, but it's still old? Yeah, no, for streams you can work with no pop filter. For music recording, you should just a simple cheap filter, yeah. Because of the I'll relook into pop filter, but yeah, I've had to retake audio recordings because I can hear that and I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, God damn it. Nothing wrong with a little scuff audio. No, the audio is very important to me. Despite me protesting really hard about my audio settings, audio is actually really, really important to me. Especially if you're gonna have to like listen to me for like hours on end. You just found the charger for the saber? Let's go! Let's freaking go! Pops can be removed in post, but that's very cumbersome. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to ask mixers if they could adjust when I hear it. Pss, 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 pss. So it's like better to just not. You just have to like give them the best take possible, even if it is the best take. If there is one small little outlier that messes it up, you're better off re-recording it than asking them to fix that really small smidgen, even like if the rest of it is perfect. I've had to chop up some recordings because I like the beginning portions of a recording, but then I make one small mistake and then I have to like re-record that small section and splice and Frankenstein things together. Yeah. Um Oh wait, it's been years. You forgot about the art. Which yeah. What's the color? I'm assuming the ones that Archie has, they can toggle the color. Darth Beko. Bright purple. There better be a bright purple. If they're actually called bougie sabers, you're in. Bougie sabers? You want some bougie sabers? Oh my god! Wait! Never mind. I just had a random mental fantasy in my head. Where like Pippa asks people to congregate at random places and she goes and watches the traffic cams like for them and makes them do push-ups and things like that. I was literally I had a vision in my head of someday the Dawnlit Nation growing big enough that we can do that, but I just ask everybody to bring all their knucking lightsabers. Freaking be like freaking airport traffic safety with all their knucking lightsabers at a random statue. Oh, that'd be so beautiful. That'd be like freaking asking for a rave party to like congregate in a park. That'd be so beautiful to just see all of the light sticks. Oh my god. They'd be massive light sticks. Like the people that dance with the light sticks, only these are lightsabers. Epic. Random arse duels. No, we don't want to get in trouble with the police. We don't want them to get like super hostile with each other. Like I understand they can LARP with each other, but they gotta make sure that they do it in a place where people won't try to call the cops on them, like if they get too rowdy with roughhousing or whatnot. Bring him in your carry-on. I have thought about that, but the problem is I'd have to calculate how much it would be to take him. And he's not because I would have to pay for his flight. So I need to calculate how much that would be. Because he's not DOT covered yet. And if he's not DOT covered, they might not let me bring him in the cabin, which means I might need to put him in the luggage cabin. And I worry that might be like super duper stressful. Like I would not want to subject him to that. If he's not in the cabin with me, I wouldn't want to like put him in the luggage cabin. I feel like for animals, unless they're like knocked out or something, that like being stuck in that environment on like without your owner and like especially since like they'll have to deal with the vibrations of the airplane, the loud noises, and the biggest one being the air pressure, right? If they don't understand the air pressure, they're just gonna be stressed, crying the entire time, like because they don't know about like popping their ears. I know that Kogi cries when we do really long drives, and I'm just like, oh, he probably needs to pop his ears because like my ears are popping, right? That would be so stressful for him. And especially if he's like trying to be a service animal, I kind of would not want to traumatize him anymore. I want to kind of minimize things that he gets traumatized to if I want him to be a functional service animal. Yeah. So instead, I'd rather board him where he can run in like the boarding place that I found is actually really nice because like, it's on a small farmland, so he'll have like all the time he can to like run, and they also send me pictures too. Like, that's a complimentary service. You don't understand. Some of the other boarding facilities that I was looking at, they charge you. They charge you for them to take pictures of your dog to send to you. But this one is complimentary. Like, it's super. This boarding, even though it's like it's gonna be a fair bit of money for me to board him, it was very affordable, and he has a large area space for him to run, which was very important to me because I know he loves running. And they give me pictures like every single day except for Sunday. So like, and the pictures are complimentary. When other places, they like you had to pay premium, right? They called it the premium service, and it's just like, oh my god, sort of thing. So yeah, it's gonna cost me a bit to board him, but I do want him to be comfortable, and
There's an incoming
I feel like
update
he'll be
on the
comfortable
bounty.
there. We have a new bounty on our hands, guys! Let's go! Oh my god. Griffin! Oh my god, my chat is like going. It's going. It's going. Da, 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 da. Griffin, let's go! Oh my god, oh my god. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Wait, you guys are playing Final Fantasy right now? How is it? How are you enjoying Final Fantasy? Welcome in, Raiders, welcome in. My name is bekogenning. I'm just a run-of-the-mill bakaneko, that is to say a demon cat, not to be confused with any Turkish kitchen appliances. Thank you very much. It is currently my birthday marathon celebration where I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm really good at yapping for a really long time. And we are here, and I'm supposed to also be building a Lego set. But I'm so sidetracked with yapping that we haven't even started yet for this session. We're making the Mandalorian Razor Crest. Welcome in. What were we literally just talking about? We were talking about boarding my dog. My dog is named Kogi. He's very beautiful. He looks like a lion dog. He has an Instagram. If you like really cute dogs, his Instagram is dog.kogi. Kogi, very beautiful. Please check him out. I love my baby boy, so I will advertise his Instagram all day long. No. He's an Aussie Doodle, and for those that don't know, that's an Australian Shepherd
Good thing
and
my
Poodle.
dog isn't a service animal. The trauma this dog has gone through. Just today I pickled him. I gave him a vinegar bath to get rid of his yeast infection.
Oh my god, you pickled your dog! Oh my god. Pickling. Yeah, no, oh my god. I'm trying. Yeah, Kogi's really good dog, really good dog. Let me see here. Oh my god, where am I? Where am I in chat? Where am I in chat? Hadaria Nari also, well done, Donlets. Thank you, thank you. She didn't do the DLC Classic Beko. I didn't even know there was a DLC. She'll get to it before the heat of the death of the universe. Absolutely. With Avi, need to see Beko Dead Money playthrough. Avi's playing it. Ancient weapons and hotkey religions are no match for a good blaster at your side. I do need a Nerf gun. Great. Now you're thinking of raving Jedi in the big hats. Oh, we also talked about having people gather with a bunch of lightsabers. How many of you guys have lightsabers in chat? Like, how many of you guys have lightsabers and then can go to like a random park to do a rave party with lightsabers? Crying can actually pop your ears. I guess that's also true. That's why babies cry on the plane. Mad Scorpion X. Hara, thank you so much for the follow. With every level I grow stronger. Thank you, thank you. Opens your sinuses. You were under the impression pets can't fly in the cargo / luggage for passenger flights since it can hit freezing temps. There's I think I read somewhere that they do go to like the cargo luggage place. Don't remember where you read that though. It depends. I think it does depend. Let's see. How is your Final Fantasy game, by the way, Griffin? How is that going for you? Evervoid, hello. It's been fun. What's your favorite thing so far? Now the bounty board is quiet. Is it not playing the audio? Or is it just really low compared to me? Kitchen appliance? Yes. For those that don't know, if you Google Beko, Beko, the top search result will be Turkish kitchen appliances. Also, there you go. Griffin said I could copy the thing she has for her stream because I think it looks super nucking adorable. But as you can see, I am a comfy foodie screamer and I like things like scooters. I like things like food, which is why Griffin's hat is so tantalizing to me, but she won't let anybody eat it, not even a nibble. Let's see. Beko is an appliance company out of Turkey. Yeah, there's actually an appliance company, and that wasn't on purpose. It was not on purpose. I did not know they existed until like I played a lot of MMORPGs, and everybody kept asking me if I was Turkish, and I'm like, no, why, no, why, and then like I didn't understand. And finally somebody asked me, and they're like, you know, that's like a kitchen appliance. I was like, what? What do you mean? And they're like, yeah, it is. And I was like, what? And I Googled it and I'm like, oh my God. So now I want a Beko kitchen. I want to get some like Beko fridges. I want to get a Beko microwave. I hear they're actually really good quality of kitchen appliances. First time viewer, can you do an intro to you? I'm cat. I'm an internet cat and I'm purple. I hope you're not colorblind. Really old, cheap toy ones? That's fine. That's still a lightsaber. You could borrow your stepdad's lightsaber. He also has a spear for hunting wild boar. I don't think they would like you bringing a boar hunting spear to a park. Just a thought. Just a casual thought. It's been good, you would say. Maybe riding Chocobo. Or being able to throw down a spell and everything will just die. Ooh, are you like overpowering yourself? Riding the chocobo is always fun. I think I like the chocobo racing. There was one Final Fantasy game where like you had an achievement, like you had to like level up your chocobo riding experience by riding a chocobo, and I didn't want to deal with that. So I borrowed the chocobo and I ran it into a wall and stuck a rubber band onto the thumbstick so that it was always pushing forward, and I just let it sit there. I just let it sit there, and I was able to level up the chocobo skill that way. And I didn't need to do anything. They shouldn't have allowed me to do that, but I did, and it worked. What is this? Beko is a major global manufacturer of home appliances owned by the Turkish conglomerate Koç Holding. Known for affordable, sustainable, and energy-efficient products, they offer a wide range of refrigerators, dishwashers, and ovens. Beko appliances frequently feature a 2-year warranty and technologies like Harvest Fresh for food preservation. Wouldn't it be a dream to have a kitchen that are just filled with Beko appliances? If you ever watch any Beko commercials, they are always filled with like soccer players, I think. And they come around and they're just like, yeah, you got to eat your vegetables. They're good for you. And you just have a kitchen filled with like a whole soccer team that eats a meal with you. And it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Whoa. Soccer players everywhere. Maybe you should have a nibble. A nibble. A nibble. A nibble. Oh, your hat? You'll let me nibble your hat? Oh my God. For real? For real? I'll help you bake a new one. If you let me eat your hat, I can help you build a bake a new one. You've seen my baking skills. I promise I won't use a blender for your hat. I promise I'll knead it by hand. I'll follow your directions. I'll follow your directions for sure. Just follow it, but have a brave browser so it does not register. Uh-oh, it doesn't register. Well, Evervoid, thank you so much for the follow. With every level I grow stronger. Thank you, thank you. It really didn't even send a notification, did it? Huh? It's not even on my activity feed if you did follow. I saw a guy on a Beko motorcycle jacket today. Yes, you're not sleeping. Why aren't you sleeping? On a Beko motorcycle jacket? There was a motorcycle jacket? Way. That's crazy. You don't have a lightsaber and you can't get one anyway. You just bought a gun and extra stuff for it. No worries. So you can't afford a lightsaber right now. That's okay. That's okay. No worries. No worries. This is just long off into the future, thinking about who owns a lightsaber and who doesn't. Oh, oh, you are on the MMO. What's your main class? Me? Yours? Oh, I haven't played Final Fantasy MMO though. I've not played that one. Do you have the limit on donos? No. Why? I do not. Please do not murder me. Please do not murder. 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 Archie, that looks very wrong. I just saw Archie message, check Gib Gab. I glanced down. Archie, this looks wrong. Hold on. That's going into the out of context conversation. That looks wrong. Anyway. The Beko bread saga? Yeah, my bread saga? Crazy. Crazy. Hey, did you know my blender can knead bread? That was a wild arc. I was baking bread like almost every other day. I don't know what had gotten over me. I needed bread, but I was too lazy to go to the store to go buy bread and was just like, you know what? I should try to make bread. And I just went through a whole arc of trying to make bread. And I don't think I did very well at it, but I went through that phase. And eventually I'll probably go through that phase again. I'll probably go through that phase. Beko has done nothing but bake bread for 3 days. The homemade better. Homemade is better. But I'm so bad at baking bread. If I do another baking bread, like if I do a baking bread stream, would you help me? Would you like collab stream with me, Griffin, and like instruct me on the procedures of making bread? Step by step. Made a bread arc and didn't ask her bread fanatic. I did ask you. I sent you pictures and stuff or any tips until after. Oh, you know what? That's true. I asked afterwards. I asked afterwards. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. This is all that has happened. Listen, this is the chaos. I sent you like did I send you the blender? Did I send you the blender video? Please tell me I did. Please tell me that you saw my blender. The backseat baking, I'm all for it. I'll let you backseat me any day. Whatever it is. Wait. Can you make milk bread? Can you I think I sent you the recipe. The recipe for the milk bread. See, this is the problem. I made it hard mode for myself because like I was just like, I'm gonna make bread, but I don't want to make regular normal bread. If I'm gonna make this from scratch, I want to make an interesting bread. So I went and I tried to look up milk bread. I was like, I want to make milk bread. Yeah, not regular white bread, not whatever regular. And then I have concerns about sourdough. Sourdough concerns me. Sourdough bread concerns me because you have to feed it. You have to basically make a jar where you cultivate yeast into a creature blob. And when they talk about it, they're like, oh yeah, and then you have to feed it every few days. I don't know how I feel about keeping a blob entity in a jar that I need to feed every couple of days to keep it alive. I don't know how I feel about blobs that I gotta feed. You did. It haunts my nightmares. My blender haunts your nightmares, but it advertises that it could do dough. My blender advertises that it can knead dough. I don't know why it needs dough the way that it does, but apparently it can knead dough.
I just got back with my fucking spaghetti, and all the first thing I heard was bekogenning bread.
Yeah. Oh, Yee, what about it? What about it? You like bread? I tried making bread. I thought you did really well with the bread. They were so dense. I don't know if milk bread is supposed to be that dense. I need to go buy milk bread from the store so that I could eat it and see what it's like. I need to go buy myself some milk bread so I can see what it's supposed to be like. But I felt like it was just way too dense. It was like heavy as frick. I feel like I could murder somebody with the bread that I was making. Guess you're learning how to make milk bread? Yeah, let's go! Learn how to make some milk bread.
I was chatting on the side. Why am I hearing the word bread repeatedly?
What's wrong with bread? Why is everybody turning their heads to me talking about bread? You've never touched sourdough? Good. You don't need to cultivate a little creature in a jar. You know what goes in jars? You know what goes in jars? You don't need to cultivate things in jars. Nobody wants to be in a jar. Nobody wants to be put in a jar, much less a blob creature.
Beko, we thought of the other type of bread.
What's the other type of bread? What's the other type of bread? You mean money? Like bread money? What's the other type of bread? Is there an other type of bread? The starter, Scribs, do you have a starter? Who has starters? Who here makes sourdough bread and will send me their piece of their starter? And that's the crazy thing too, right? That you can then have your own starter and then you can give a piece of your starter to somebody else and you're basically piecing this entity creature in two and giving them another one, and that's how you multiply this creature. And then you can and then you have to burp it every so often and punch it. I don't know. Can equals but should can. You can, but should you? It could do it. My blender could need the bread, but should it? I think that's how Rianari feels about me using my blender to chop vegetables too. There was one time he was cooking with me and we're like chopping vegetables and I'm like, wait a second. I could use my blender. It has a chop feature. And I got all my vegetables that I was supposed to chop, tossed them in the blender and chopped them up. And then I was finished with it. I'm like, look, I'm all done already. And Rianari's like staring at me. He's just like, it's like you're trying to sell me this product. And I'm like, but look how easy and convenient though. You thought of the other bread. What is the other bread? What is the other bread? What is the other bread? You and me both? What is the other bread? Who's the other bread? Bread. Becca, we thought of the other type. What's the other type of bread?
To Pythagorean 1 cup has deemed it necessary to water the cat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the hydration. The slurp. Jams and jellies? Do you make jams and jellies from scratch? Shiopon? I don't know. I need to look up. Maybe next time I go to an Asian market, I'll grab me some milk bread to see how it tastes or how it's supposed to taste. Should we tell her? You know what I hate? I hate when I speak Bekonese and then like all these mundane, normal words that are perfectly normal words. And then you guys tell me, oh, did you know that there's another meaning for that word? Like, what? Oh my God. You shouldn't say that word. Like, I shouldn't say things like, I'm not allowed to say peg anymore. I'm not allowed to say things like tossing a salad anymore. I'm not allowed to say things like bread anymore. I'm not allowed to say things like, what was the other thing someone told me not to say? I'm not allowed to say, what was the other thing? I forgot what was the other thing. I'm not allowed to say, what was another one? What was another one? Streaking apparently is also something else. I don't know. There's a lot of food products too. Why are you guys taking my food products? I can't say a lot of food products because apparently cheese is also bad. I don't know. Just stop making words weird, guys. Stop making words weird. Cheese. Yeah. Don't freak out on me. Freak out on yourselves, you weirdos. Just stop making words weird. Your mom has a 575-watt 6-quart bread mixer. It mixes it for you? That thing is a beast. You've serviced that thing and its gears and the gear teeth are chunky. Oh, automatically makes the bread for you. Let's go. Bodens in your area has a starter that's been alive since 1849? That's crazy. See, that's crazy. They have to feed this creature for years for their sourdough. This is crazy, feeding this creature. You were lost to... Exactly. See, Griffin and I speak normal words. We speak normal words, guys. About the whale bread? What? That mixer has 0.7 horsepower. The crispest slurp.
You know what? Beko is an adult. I'll just tell her. Bread as in plap, 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 get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant. It means making babies. And bread are different words. Beko gay see bat.
Wait! You mean like past tense breeding? Bread! Like...
But why would we be talking about breeding in a blender? Forehead.
Who? Yeah, exactly! Griffin's right! Who breeds in a blender? Who breeds in a blender? Wait, what? And what you're talking about is past tense word. That's a past tense word. Clanker enthusiast. Duh. Oh, I past tense bread. Bread. Breed. I feel like if I was talking about breeding, I'd say breeding. When I'd be like, oh yeah, the breeding in this blender. Did you know my blender can breed? Did you know my blender can breed? Yeah, it does breeding so well. It's made to breed. My blender's made to breed, guys. I would be saying it in that text, in that context, in that pretense. Tense, in that tense. My blender can breed. He brought it up. Apparently, you brought this up. You did this. She'll never know bread versus bread. Oh, frick. You know what? I was reading it wrong. Like, I wasn't reading it. I just wasn't reading it. Bread. It's past tense. Fine. They mean the past tense of breed. Yeah, what the frick? It's a past tense. We weren't talking past tense. Bread, like Irma Sarmet. No, you can say it all you want. It's just funny. You're the funny ones. You're the funny breeders. You are. Why would we be talking about breeding in the blender? Exactly. You can't say cheese no more. She's speaking facts. Absolutely. Hi, Shiny Gengar. Crazy how we all have to own the dilapidated screaming avian anthropomorphic, what was it, animatronic at some point in our lives. Dilapidated screaming avian? Are we talking about I don't remember. Was there a bird in like Chuck E. Cheese? The first thing that came to my head was freaking Big Bird from Sesame Street. You know what? Beko is an adult. Yes. The bread. You ordered Chipotle for dinner. Hey, make sure your Chipotle is not made out of bread. Make sure your Chipotle hasn't been breeding. Your Chipotle hasn't been breeding, right? Past tense breeding. Sourdough family heirloom. The sourdough breeds with each other. Hey, do you know how sourdough breed? We split them in half and that's how they breed. That's how they multiply. You split them in half and go, there, my bread has bread. My bread has bread. You can feel the out of context clipping coming on anytime now. All about bread. All about breading. Not this time yet. How many blenders are you going to expect? Expect for what? For the breeding? Man, one is enough. One blender is enough. You know how loud blenders are? I don't think I can have little blendettes. I don't think I can have little blendettes, man. Little blendettes might be... Oh my god, now that you said that! I remember! I forgot that I got myself little cakes from Nothing Bun Cakes. Also, freaking Tupi, your picture is kind of cursed. What the frick is that? Is Avi baby feeding Adoro? Also, Tupi, did you see the body pillow? Were you here for the body pillow reveal? Wasn't this stream supposed to be about Legos? It is supposed to be about Legos eventually. We'll get there. Par for the course on the Beko stream if we're being honest. This is true. I never know what I'm going to talk about on any given day because of you guys. I never know what I'm going to talk about on any given day. Hi, Nia! I wonder what Beko is talking about today. Beko, breeding this, breeding that. Ah, classic Beko. What do you mean classic? What do you mean? I don't talk about breeding. I don't talk about that. We were Nyen. Wait, guys, you guys are making Nyen have a weird impression of me. Nyen. We were talking about bread. We were talking about bread. We were talking about the edible, the bread. We were talking about bread. It was the Dawnlets. The Dawnlets were the one who were being weird. The Dawnlets were wanting to bread with each other. The Dawnlets were wanting to bread. So it seems.
Every bread.
the frickin' bread files. This is the bread files here. Ow! It was about bread at first, but chat was being sussy hearing bread. I love breading my bread. Even breading, like isn't breading like past tense? Like we made some breading crumble or something. Like you can still say that. Like, oh yeah, the breading on this cake or something like that. Something like that. First, it's your Pinor lightsaber blade. I didn't say it. And now it's breeding. Is your Pinor breeding? Archie? Is your glowing Pinor breeding? And the fact that you flop it on... Archie, hold on. Now I need to show this. Now that you've re-brought up your lightsaber, I need to show this on stream, okay? He sent a picture in the Discord of his lightsaber. But...
Wait, no.
I can hear Archie going, no. Wait. This is his lightsaber, guys. Okay? But, like, he could have placed it anywhere. He could have held it up and, like, taken a picture of it, like, up in the air, you know, with the wall in the background. This guy chooses to flop his sword, no pun intended, on his laptop keyboard, you know, like just flops it down on the keyboard. And so this is what you see.
My room is messy as freak.
But you could have like an empty wall, right? Or even like, I don't know. This just looks weird. It just looks weird. I don't know what, it just looks weird. You have this like long stick. And then what's going on? this long stick and yeah, it just looks weird, man. Why does it look weird? Little blendeds for the cupcakes? Yeah, for the little cupcakes. Tupi, what the actual frick is that profile? I know, right? Tupi has a crazy profile picture. Your little nub. And I think in the message you were talking about your little nub too. You were talking about your little stick nub. Really, if it just feels weird. I don't know what it feels like. It just feels weird.
Okay, Beko, what the flip? First you talk about bread, now you got a toy on screen?
Hey Yeet, that's not mine. That's Archie's. That's Archie's toy. You should take that up with Archie. He's the one sharing his toy around. With canned cheese. Oh, is that what she's feeding the Doro? A canned cheese? Cheese, Liz. So it seems. You guys. Take a shot for every bread. Bread. Hi, Duke! Hello, stranger who's obsessed with oh, man! Guys! What kind of impression are you making me have to people? Obsessed with breeding? I've never heard of you before, but I wanted to pop in and say happy birthday. Thank you! Thank you so much, Duke. This isn't a normal conversation. We were talking about bread. Every day
we further from God.
Guys, what are you doing? This is a trap. This is a trap, isn't it? This is a trap. What is this? Ing is active. Edited is past tense. We breaded. Wow. We breaded. You're making Nyan have a...
The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, whichever is greater, it obtains a difference, or deviation. The guidance subsystem uses deviations to generate corrective commands to drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't and, arriving at a position where it wasn't, it now is.
What the frick, Archie? What the frick? Are you describing? Do missiles bread too? You're making Yen have a weird impression of me, says the streamer who has a 5-hour PowerPoint of how to breed the cat. Exact words were courting ritual. Yeah, it's my courting ritual. What's wrong with the courting ritual? What is wrong with the courting ritual? Courting is more kosher than freaking... It's at least it's not the breeding ritual. Listen, it's a courting ritual.
Beko, this is the missile guidance system. We clown in this motherfucker. Take your sensitive ass back to remote control if this is too much.
What is a remote control? What is that supposed to mean? Also, don't tell me about... Wait. Hold on. Let's put Yeet on blast here. Where is your knucking message, Yeet? Where's your knucking ass message?
13 stripes, 50 stars. We don't care who the fuck you are, baby.
Where's Yeet's ass? First of all, I don't understand what you guys are saying. Second of all, Yeet, this is my goddamn stream.
Are we there yet?
If you're gonna tell me about being sensitive in my own goddamn stream, yeah, let's keep going with that, Yeet. Let's see what happens. Who tells a streamer that they're like out of line in their own stream? Or too sensitive in their own stream? That's like, what is it? If you guys are talking about a conversation that I don't think... Granted, let me just say this right now. I don't feel that way, right? I don't think you guys are being out of line.
Ads are dropping in 2 minutes.
Just to be clear, I don't think you guys are out of line. But if I did feel like you guys were out of line, then you guys better get in line. Okay? This is my stream. You can't tell the streamer to be like, we do what we want. We're gonna be outrageous and be like wild and crazy and be unruly in the streamer stream. You line up or you get the frick out. Sorry, let me correct that. You line up or you get the fuck out. That's just being real. Because the streamer dictates what kind of community they want to have. And I don't want you. And let me be clear. I'm not really like offended by whatever you guys are saying or whatever you guys are like freaking
Can I
having.
skip the line? I want to be in front.
I don't know. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want, dear, because you are a dear. Let me see.
The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Yeah, right now I just kind of don't understand what you guys are talking about right now. You never said it was yours? Yeah, totally not mine. Cutie in the chat. Hi, Turbo. Oh, you were talking
The
about
F word
Otto.
in my
Never mind.
Donlet stream for free in this economy.
In this economy, no. Archie knows. Archie knows. If I'm freaking swearing for free, that means I'm being serial right here. Like I'm gonna freaking throw someone
The
over my
Codex
shoulders.
doesn't support this action? Well, I can't read.
Don't say kosher. What? Wait, are you telling me I can't say kosher either? What's wrong with kosher? Oh my god. I don't understand words. I have no idea what's going on between Archie and Yeet. Oh, is this a meme? You're simply adding on to the meme. I live under a rock. I don't understand memes. I'm gonna have to have Archie, like, explain this to me later. I think he was quoting a song. Being sensitive is part of the breed. Oh my god, freaking 2P. Oh my god. These chats steal now. These chats steal the fire. You steal it. Hi, chicken salad. Hello, hello, hello. Free deer pass. Let's go. Deer pass, deer pass. Oh god, she kills him. Archie will probably have to explain this to me because I don't know who started it. Who started this? Was it Archie? Was it Archie with his weirdo, whatever it was he said out of nowhere? No idea. I'm gonna blame Archie. I'm just gonna blame Archie for this. Archie, you're gonna get 5 lashings with your lightsaber. You're gonna get 5 lashings with your lightsaber. The Codex Stars. Basically a Bible of the Ultramarines and Warhammer 40k. Okay. But how did that get brought up? How did that get brought up? Kosher means a very specific set of very specific rules. What the frick? What do you mean? Doesn't kosher mean like we just on good terms? We do things like goodly? Is that not what kosher means?
I don't know who started it, but I got scared joining this Christian stream.
What do you mean? How is this a Christian stream? We ain't talking about that. The cat knows pop culture like a sponge in the... I live under a rock! I rely on you guys to, like, teach me, these things. I'm too busy. I'm too much of a workaholic, man. You think I'm on the internet that much? I'm on the internet to work. I'm on the internet to work. Lashing is Archie's lightsaber limb. His stick. Chuppy, did you see the body pillow? Did you see the body pillow? Kosher is a pickle company.
Ads are dropping
I think it
in 2
is. No,
minutes.
kosher is like what's permitted to do in Judaism. But don't they use kosher as like, yes, this is kosher. Or yes, we gotta be kosher. Is that not it? The Codex does not support this action, is said when Ultramarines suggest an action that is technically not correct by their beliefs.
Quick,
What?
everyone remind Anno how cute he is.
What were we saying? What were we saying? Does not support this action. What were we saying? Technically not correct by beliefs. Was it the
I thought
words?
you were internet cat Donald, not like this.
I exist on the internet. Yes. But remember, I've been sealed away for like however long. I've been sealed away for like however long. There are flexible whip-like lightsabers, blades that whip and nay-nay. Astartes. Astartes. You did see the toes watching the VOD, yes. You saw the toes. Does it please you? Does the body pillow please you? To pee? Breeding a blender. You don't believe in the belief of breeding a blender? But why not? Why would you not want to breed a blender? Unleash her? Unleash the car? Unleash the car? Which car? Oh, you want to unleash? Hold on, I think I still have it here. Ta-da! Ta-da!
In the words of the love of my life, bekogenning, I do things now.
I do things now. I always do
ABS are
things
running
now.
for 180 seconds.
Because you're not a clanker lover. Archie, 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 Archie. You don't want them to have baby? You don't want little baby robot? How do you think BB-8 came to existence? What do you think R2-D2 was doing? What do you think R2-D2 was doing? How do you think BB-8 was born? You are a critic at heart, but it will do, trust. What do you mean? You're a critic at heart. What do you not like? What do you mean it will do? What is not pleasing enough? Do you not like the look? There's a little cheek there. There's a little cake. There's a little cheek. You forgot your sub ended. Ha 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 ha. So wait, did Archie miss that? You got 3 minutes of ads. Ha 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 ha. Of all of the subs going around, and Archie like didn't get it. Didn't get one. Sub now or perish. Archie can't hear you, Beko. Oh no! I should go get my cake. Hold on. I want to get my cake. Let me get my cake. Also, I'm so sorry for yelling at you guys, by the way. I'm sorry for yelling at you guys. Or I should wait until the ads is done. I'll be right back. I'll go get my cake.
Oh, tea cakes!
I'm back. I'm back. And also you guys are back now. You guys are also back. Wah! Thank you, thank you. Okay. Sorry. Okay, now that everybody is back,
A lot of people don't know, but a lot of Jedi don't use a traditional lightsaber. In Legends, some Jedi used whip and axe versions. Hell, some Jedi actually use blasters. It sucks that was removed from canon. Oh well.
I thought Jedi. I thought a lot of. Well, I mean, I know Obi-Wan doesn't like blasters for sure. Let's see. You got ad jump scares now, but Twitch doesn't know what ad play for you, so it's just 5 seconds of it's just 5 seconds of absolutely nothing. How am I supposed to enjoy my back and shoulder experience with the neck being covered? For real, for real. Wait. You really like the neck? I mean, it's not that deeply covered, but like the neck is what you're looking for? Look at how much back and shoulder I have though. Look at that back and shoulder. Huh. When I was revealing it, people thought it was naked. Meow. Archie, congratulations on surviving 10 months. Congratulations. Cake. I got the cake. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Of course he likes the neck. He's a man of culture. What do you mean? People don't like neck? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know. When you said backside, I assume you were wanting butt. I assume you wanted butt. Where do we buy the body pillow? I still need to set it up with Cuddly Octopus. I'll probably try to do that this weekend. Below the cake. Below the cake. Yes. Hold on. Maybe probably because it's super late. I probably do it like over the weekend. This is my bunt cake. So there's a cake shop called Nothing Bunt Cake, and every year for my birthday they always give me a coupon to redeem for a free cake. I accidentally let it like stick to the side. So I grabbed a free cake. And they're super tasty. This one is their red velvet. Let's get like half. I'll get the ugly side that touched the edge. Good. There we go. Yay! Nucking cake. I can't believe that I forgot that I had cake. I grabbed it yesterday, but the Legos took a lot of the time. Yay! We have cake. You can feel the diabetes? What do you mean? That's not a lot of icing. Look at how much icing. It's just like little spurts of it. It's not even like slathered over the whole top of the cake. You know what I mean? It's not slathered over the whole top of the cake. I'm gonna move you guys to this monitor so that I could see you guys. Icing. Yum. This is their red velvet. I got 2 cakes. Sub for 5 months, by the way? What did it tell me? Did it tell me 10 months? Brio with cake, Benji with cake. Why is my T9 fixes Beko with cake? Oh my god. The icing. Sorry, I was looking the icing. Icing. The icing. This icing tastes like ice cream. Hi, Kogi. What's up? Are you curious about the cake? You can't have the cake, unfortunately, Kogi. You can't have the cake. That. He's like, yeah, you saw him jump off just now in the corner of the screen. He was like snoot sniffing my cake. He's intrigued by the cake. Say um. Do you hear Kogi? Obi-Wan Jedi don't use blasters. Other Jedi run and gun, baby. YOLO. Get wrecked, noob. 360 no scope. I'm trying to think if I've seen Jedi with blasters before. But you guys said they retconned that, huh? Beko got that cake. I got that cake. I got that cake. Beep. Hi, Smoke. This is your 10th month sub. Ah. You don't know why it won't say how many months you subbed in block? In the block. It's USA product as European. What? You're pretty sure would get sugar rushed by it for sure. I guess you're right. That is fair. It is a US product, so it's probably got a lot of sugar in it. Luckily, I have a little bit of a sweet tooth. The only difference is that I water myself down. Here you go. Here's another bite. It's red velvet. And I think it's got like chocolate chip bits in it. Hmm. Yeah, stop making normal words weird. I know what cake means. The red 40? Oh, the really intense dye coloring. That's true. That is also very true. What kind is it? It's from Nothing Bundt Cakes, and it's a red velvet. It's a red velvet. The icing tastes like ice cream. Add that to the list of food words you don't know of. We were talking about the cake when I was doing the body pillow review. You guys were like, you have cake on my birthday. Obi used a blaster. He didn't like it. He didn't like using it, but I have seen him use it. And then he complained about using a blaster. It's so thick it even looks like Play-Doh. My cake looks like Play-Doh. Cake. Yum yum. She knows she bragged on the docu stream. You guys brought it up first. Did I call it cake first or did you guys call it cake first? Jedi Knight Kyle Katarn used the blaster. Ezra Bridger. Yeah, Ezra did have the blaster lightsaber hybrid. That's true. That is true. Okay. US cake, 99% corn syrup, 1% sugar. Only 1% sugar? I'm so glad they give me free cake for my birthday. It's super tasty. You've had red velvet with the old-fashioned beet dye instead of red 40. It tasted like beet. The cancer makes it taste better. Does beet give you cancer? Or are you talking about the red 40 gives you cancer? I'd be interested in trying a beet cake. Ezra is the only one in canon that uses a blaster, if you call correctly. I mean, it was a pretty cool hybrid lightsaber. But then in the live action, he didn't have that. He decided to make a lightsaber like Kenan and Jar Jar's. But not his lightsaber with the blaster. Sag. Beko called it cake thirst. Trust. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. That consistently uses a blaster. But his got broken eventually. Red 40. Red 40. Oh, in the live action, actually, he gave his lightsaber to, what's her face? Satine. But it looked like a normal saber. It wasn't the saber blaster. My memory's starting to fade. Did his original lightsaber get broken and he had to make a new one or something? I don't believe so. I think did he? I don't recall. Has Beko already crushed that watermelon, or does she still owe the chat? I can't yet with my setup. My setup too janky. I can't yet. Blarg. I'm still unpacking. Yum. Yum, yum. Archie, do you like cake? Oh, also, wait. I got so distracted with my cake. I forgot that I wanted to apologize to chat. Archie, Yeet, and the rest of chat, I'm sorry for getting really intense on you guys earlier when I did not understand the meme that you guys were doing or referencing in my stream. I've just been really uppity about whenever the community tries to like dictate things of me. I've mentioned that before, like it in the past when people have been like, oh, you should play a horror game, if not you're a terrible streamer, sort of thing, or I'm a disappointment of a streamer because I don't do this or that. So I think I got a little bit defensive being told that, like, I don't know, maybe I don't know if I'm making an excuse or not, but I got a little defensive, and I apologize. I'm sorry, you guys were just having good fun and I didn't quite understand it because I don't understand the reference. So I apologize if I ruined the mood for you guys. Yeah, it was funny. Also, when's D's punishment? Steal, what is it? Streel? Coming with Avi? What is the D's punishment? When D's punishment stream coming with Avi? What was the punishment stream with Avi? You're okay, Beko? I know you enough to know. Yeah. Their fault for randomly memeing during other conversations, in my opinion. It was really random. No, really. Literally in the moment, we're like having one conversation and then Archie starts speaking what to me feels like Greek. Archie starts speaking like Greek and I don't get the context, so I shrug it off, but Yeet understands it and continues it. And they just keep spouting nonsense back and forth is what it felt like to me. They're just like speaking nonsense and telling me to shut up is what that felt like. Whatever it was that Yeet said back, like when I'm just like, I don't know what that is. Like I'm just like, I don't know what that is, Archie. And then Yeet's just like, you're too sensitive. We're gonna do what we want. And it's just like, what the frick? What the frick is wrong with you? That's what that felt like. So I mean, to explain what it felt like on my end, that's what it felt like. The whole point of these dumb in-jokes being spammed on stream is to make the streamer confused. Oh. Okay. Well, you did confuse me. I guess you accomplished your task, but Archie's still gonna get beat with a lightsaber. I hope it was worth it. You read it the same way? Okay, so I'm not crazy then. I'm not crazy. Yeah, that's what it felt like. And Griffin agrees. That's what it felt like too. But then I feel bad after finding out that it was a meme. So that means you guys were just having like you were just resorting like a copy pasta. It was some like copy pasta thing. I think that happened to me another time. Somebody messaged like some song lyrics and I did not know what the song lyrics were. And somebody had to explain it to me. Mm. Ah! I don't normally like red velvet because red velvet usually uses cream cheese for their icing. And I'm not a huge fan of cream cheese because it's very tangy. It's got that tingy taste flavor. Mm. When you were collecting lunch money from chat, there was a promise that Avi will have to punish you on stream or something. So I have been thinking about Beko gaining while Avi spawning for real. I'm trying to remember this. I think that was something we had discussed when I was on hiatus or something. Like Avi had offered that she was going to do like take donations to help me when I was on hiatus for her stream, and that I would take like punishments as a reward, but that never happened. I don't think Avi never held donations on her stream during my hiatus. to my knowledge. Yeah. But that was something that like we had discussed. I don't know if we had discussed it publicly. Not unless I'm remembering wrong, but that's the only thing that I can think of. That's the only thing that I can think of. Don't get me wrong. I might be remembering wrong. But like that's what I remember. I could check the logs. I can check my conversations with Ave, but I'm pretty sure that was something that we had talked about to try to help me when I was on hiatus. So I don't know if she had mentioned it. Oh my god, now I feel bad. Now I need to like look back and see if this was a thing. I need to look back and check this out. You found the blade retention screw? We are so back. What is a blade retention screw? What is that for? What has been the condition of your lightsaber that you've just left it in the closet? Why are all of the pieces for this lightsaber in different places? It keeps the blade in the hilt? Why was your lightsaber, like, dismembered like this? You've had this for years? Yeah, why was it dismembered? And in different places. I try my best to keep things in, like, Ziploc bags and attach them to each other. I try my best, but, like, I'm not judging you too hard. Because, like, I guess if you've had it for so long, I guess I can understand it being separated. Yum, yum, yum. It's very long. What's the measurement? So powerful it had to be broken up to one day be combined by the chosen one. Bring the pieces together. I'm going to... Don't judge me, but now I'm going to uncivilizedly, unrefinedly lick this plate. So don't judge me. Goddamn tracking. Goddamn tracking. Cake. Hi, Hugs. What do you mean? It's very... Listen. It's very unrefined and uncivilized to just pick up your plate and start licking all the tasty off of the plate. But it's so tasty, I'm licking the tasty off the plate. Your cat, like, no. You know what? You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. Yeah, I know. The freaking model tracking is freaking outing me for this. A cat does not concern himself with stupid societal. Who said I'm concerning myself with it? I'm just acknowledging to you guys that it's not refined, but I'm still doing it anyway. It's not refined, but I'm still doing it anyway, guys. And you're dealing with it. It's respectful and efficient. Think of the starving children. I hate that line. Because it's like, it's supposed to be, think of the starving children. Like, it's supposed to be the mentality of they would want what you have, sort of thing. But like, when you say it like that, like, why frame it that way? That's not beneficial to the starving children. If I was really thinking about the starving children, I should be giving the starving children food. You know what I mean? Like, that phrase seems so backwards to me. There are starving children, so I should just eat my food and deprive them of food. I feel like that phrase is so backwards. Is it not? Is it not? Exactly. Yeah, it's so bad. I hate that phrase. I really do. You know what phrase is better? What was it? It's like, you eat every grain of rice because somebody had to pick every grain of rice or something like that. Appreciate the effort. Or another good one is like, if you're eating an animal or something, like, eat the animal. Don't let its life go to waste or something. Like, things like that. You know, when you want to be more appreciative, not, haha, children are starving. You should eat the food they can't have. That's so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know. I want more cake, but I kind of want to make the cake last. I want it to like spread it out. I want to spread it out. I want the cake to last. I've already, like, usually I cut this. This is a tiny bunt, right? This is a tiny buntlet. Oh my god, I just realized we're donlets. This is the donlet nation, and this is a buntlet. Like, it's so fitting. This cake, this size, is called a buntlet. 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 It's a buntlet. So this is their smallest size, right? And I usually cut it into 4s, and I'll eat like a 4th a day. But I've already cut like half of it. I've had half the cake, and I do have another buntlet in the fridge. But it's so perfect that I'm eating a buntlet, and we're donlets. We're donlets, and we celebrate with buntlets. It is, but it's meant to be more like, don't be wasteful with food that others would be grateful for. I know it's supposed to be that way, but like, I don't know. I know it's supposed to be framed that way, but like, I don't it's still, it doesn't flow right with me. You know what I mean? Like, if they'll be grateful for it, that's great. Give it to the ones that are grateful to it. I understand. I understand, but it's just like, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I don't know. They would be grateful for it. They are more appreciative. Don't be ungrateful. Don't be ungrateful. Yeah, essentially, don't be ungrateful. No, I think I should be framed better as like, you should appreciate, or don't let the life of this animal go to waste. Use everything, sort of thing. I like those. I like those better. Um I don't know. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know the reason why I probably dislike this even more? And it's probably more personal. It's probably more personal. The reason why I don't like this phrasing more is because back in the homestead, that kind of mentality was per the regular, right? More so of like the aren't you grateful mentality, or the aren't you grateful / should you be grateful mentality. So it was kind of that same mentality was applied to things like growing up. If I had friends, obviously you have lots of friends, you have different kinds of friends, right? Different backgrounds, different things. But let's say you have a friend that comes from like a divorced family. They would always say things like, oh, aren't you grateful that um aren't you grateful that you come from a family that's like together, or blah blah blah, or that your family is not like separated and things like that. They would always say things like that. And I think that would be kind of so messed up, cuz like this is your friend that they're trying to have you have this mentality for or over, like as if I should be looking down on my friend for coming from a broken family. And that's part of the reason why I hate that kind of mindset, because it's just like, these are my friends. These are my friends. And also, like, at the same time, even though they came from a broken family, they weren't as miserable. You know what I mean? So it's just like that mentality was not very beneficial. It was not very beneficial. Mm. So that phrase probably hits me different. I don't know if anybody had to deal with that kind of mentality and phrasing in their homestead. I don't know if anybody else had to deal with that. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Doesn't work on me like that. She wants to have her cake and eat it too. I do. I do want to have all of this cake, and I want to eat it all. I do. I absolutely do. Are we spreading the cake? We're trying to make the cake last, so I'll probably have some tomorrow. I'm good. I'm good. I've had my cake for tonight. You do catch yourself thinking, must be nice, when you see a kid with their dad, but you never say it out loud. I mean, that's kind of normal, I think. Like, if you see someone like has something that like you pine for, I think there's a difference between like hoping for different potentials or outcomes, or pining for something, right? Like that's something that I'm actually experiencing recently. Like I'm experiencing right now. Is that I'll see other people have something that I wish I had, and I do feel that sense of bitterness, but like I think that's a little bit different, you know. That's a little bit different. If that's something that like you're kind of like wondering what it's like to have, or you're pining for it. I think it's natural for people to pine and want good for themselves. I think it's normal for people to want good for themselves. Um, where I think it's a little bit wrong is when you look at other people and try to like look lesser of them. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, you don't have a dad. How unfortunate for you. I guess, like how unfortunate for you. Um, I guess I should consider myself lucky that I have my dad. That's also really poor wording. Hold on, let me think. I mean, obviously, if you have your dad, you should be grateful that you have your dad, but you shouldn't kind of like devalue another person's experience for not having their dad. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? Like, just because they don't have their dad doesn't make them any less, you know? Everybody has their different experiences and different struggles that they have to deal with. Um, you shouldn't really like consider yourself what's the word, superior. You shouldn't consider yourself superior to somebody else like that. And that was kind of the mentality that like the homestead was trying to raise into me. Yeah. We're spreading the cake, bekogenning. You wish you had Beko's cake? This cake? Red velvet? A little buntlet. Yeah. You only follow stinky VTubers? You right. I should go take a shower. We should end stream right now so I could go take a shower now. No, I'm joking. Hello, thank you so much for the follow. With every level I go stronger. Thank you, thank you. We had cake. We had cake. Red velvet is so good. You don't know that. Was it? You don't know that it's basic? Red velvet's considered basic? I considered red velvet to be bougie. I really considered red velvet to be bougie. Ladders, yeah. That's such a wild, weird attitude to have in the first place, looking down on such things. Yeah, it's such a weird mentality to have. I know some people have it though. Some people do have like, I think it's the ones that have like a lot of pride. Ow. It's the ones that have a lot of pride that tend to have like, they look down or like they have that incessant need to want to be better than other people, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting good for yourself, wanting to better yourself, you know, wanting to constantly improve. But it's when you try to like, it's when you like devalue other people is when it becomes a problem. Yeah. It's healthy to be like, oh, this person has something, I want to aspire to like be on their level or have what they have. You know, I want to like achieve greater or further than what they have. I want to go for like great beyond, like they're a nice goalpost and I want to go further beyond that, right? That's great and healthy. Where it becomes unhealthy, I think, is when you're like, I want to crush them or something. You know what I mean? Like where you're like, when you start measuring like, oh, they don't deserve to have this or that, I should be the one having this or that, and so you aspire to like take this or that from them. I don't know if there's a I don't know if I'm like wording this properly. I'm hoping that I have some level of understandings. You don't care, you care. You don't care, you don't care. You don't care, you meant. Oh. Oh, you don't care that it's basic. Yeah. Third best cake. It's considered the third best cake? You always hated when your parents used less fortunate. Yes. Yes. Using less fortunate people as life lessons. Yes. Because it's like, you hold yourself mightier than thou and you're not being a better person. Like you see them and they need help or something, but you're not doing anything to help them and you're just like snubbing your nose up at them when a better person would help them. It was like they always assume those people were, I'm assuming you meant liars or something like that. Red velvet is bougie. It is bougie. It feels bougie. Red velvet feels bougie. It's probably because the velvet in the name. The velvet in the name. Lazy or stupid when in reality they were like vets who the government let down or had something unexpected happen to them. A lot of it tends to be unexpected life events. This is true. A lot of it is unexpected life events. Yeah. Which is very unfortunate. I have faced many unexpected life events in my time. So I know what it's like. And I've just been fortunate enough to have very supportive people around me. You know, I've had many a very sudden event that have worked not in my favor. So I've just been very fortunate that it's never gotten to like the dire extreme. looking down on people. Was it Twitch mods? Yeah, they do that. Do Twitch mods do that? Oh, it's normal to be jealous, but how you handle it is what is or isn't the healthy part. Yeah, yeah. How you handle it is, or I hate being jealous. I hate being jealous because I feel like being jealous is such an ugly attribute to have, but like it is normal to feel it. And so when I feel it, I get so mad at myself. I get so frustrated and mad at myself whenever I'm jealous or envious that like I hate myself. But like I know it exists. It is a feeling that I'm feeling. So like in order for me to get rid of it, I literally go up to the person that I have this jealousy or whoever, and I just straight up tell them, right? I'm just that completely honest of a person. I'm just like, hey, I'm jealous because of this X, Y, and Z. And I'll just tell them. And then I get over it immediately and I'm no longer jealous. I tell them and then I get over it, right? I'm just like, cool. As long as we're clear on that. And then I just get over it. So, yay for expression. Yay for understanding. What is this? The commune mindset? For which one? Yeah, we are understanding. That's good. I'm good. That's good. I'm so really terrible at like explaining my words on the spot. But I have feelings. I have feelings, but I'm super terrible at explaining my words on the spot. You're envious of the policeman's gun and you want to take... I think that would cause you a lot of problems, Sarah. I think you should shift your jealousy elsewhere. I think you should solve your jealousy by shifting it elsewhere and like thinking about other guns or something like that. Food is here, you lurk. Also, check the Gib Gab for the lightsaber length. Okay. First the tip. Now Sarah's got a point there. So many people's circumstances are beyond their control. Always better not to judge too much until you know the full story. Absolutely. Definitely. Until you know the full picture, it's kind of like
You're right.
you have to
I'll
try.
take the Fed boy's gun.
Oh my god, Sarah. Oh my god. But yeah, until you know the full story, it's you have to do your best to try not to judge a book by its cover. But I know it's really difficult for some. I know it's really difficult for me as well because like obviously that was my upbringing. So I don't know any better a lot of the times. A lot of the times like I don't know any better. So like when you have people that ask you for money, like depending on how I'm approached, the situation that I'm in, where I'm at or whatever, a lot of the times like I don't really give anything because I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what's going on. And like unfortunately the homestead raised me that like to like they raised the it's not really like the mantra, but like they raise the mentality of like, oh, everybody is going to murder you. They unfortunately had that mentality, right? Because like even like I had a lot of guy friends growing up. They did not like me hanging out with my guy friends. Because they all told me that like all of my guy friends were just gonna assault me. And I was like, that is why.
Ow, tea cakes.
Is that the anonymous Dawnlit again? The anonymous Dawnlit! Rubadub, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. You're the Wailord in the tub. Thank you, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my god. Just when you thought you disappeared, you're back again. Thank you, thank you! Does the cat speed run closer? What do you mean? Does the cat speed run closer? What is closer? Closer to what? it's funny when you tell someone that you're jealous and they are actually baffled why you would be. Yeah. Oh yeah, they would be baffled. I'd be like, I'm just saying, like, listen, I'm sorry. Like, I just feel. Listen, I don't. I just feel the way I feel. I'm sorry, but they're so baffled, right? You can't help it. You can't help it. But it's just how you. It's how you respond. It's how you respond and how you control it. You know. Salutations. Stardust!
The
Hi!
Burakon has deemed it necessary to water the cat.
Oh, thank you so much for the hydration. How are you, Stardust? Salutations right back at you. Salutations. Sorry. It feels like we're having like a mini psychotherapy conversation. It feels like we're having a mini psychotherapy conversation. Oh, Ano was gifted a sub. Congratulations, Ano, for being gifted a sub. Jeez. Miss Gunny, I hate to tell you this, but we might need to eat your parents. Listen, here's the thing. Okay? And fortunately, I'm gonna warn you guys right now. This year, I'm probably going to be the most transparent with you guys than I've ever been in my entire like career streaming online. So just be prepared for that. Especially be prepared for like the end of the year stuff. Listen, the homestead wasn't perfect. And I know I could say that, you know, it could have been worse. That was something that I would always say all the time, right? That it wasn't great, but it could have been worse. And it wasn't until working at the financial institute and talking to my coworker and telling them that they stopped me and told me, don't say that, right? Like, it doesn't matter that it could have been worse. What matters is that it hurt me, you know? Like, saying that it could have been worse is just trying to, like, make up excuses for them. It still hurt, regardless of what happened. And it's still true that it could have been worse, right? And I have a whole lot of understanding for the circumstances and the situation, right? I understand that the homestead wanted what's best for me. I understand that the homestead did not know any better and they were raised of a different time, a different expectation, and a different upbringing. And I also understand that like these mentalities clash and weren't going to work out. And unfortunately, there was a lot of things that like they had placed onto me that I knew was incorrect, and it was a lot of like repeating of cycles and things like that, that they just didn't know any better and they couldn't help, right? So there's a lot of things that they did that like I understood, and that's probably why I have like a psychology degree, because I was trying to deal and cope with all of the things that they did growing up and trying to understand that. And so a lot of the way I feel about them is that what's the word? Not necessarily disappointment, but like I feel sad, you know. Cerulean Prince, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. With every level I grow stronger. Sorry for talking about heavy stuff while you're following. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of it, because here's the thing. If you ask the homestead, like, so for those of you guys that don't know, I'm estranged from the homestead. And I know if you were to ask the homestead about the situation, they tend to cover up the story. They tend to cover up the story. They tend to lie about it. Or they like to paint me as the rebellious one. The ungrateful rebellious one is what they like to paint me as. But like, I never felt that way about them. You know what I mean? I was never rebellious for the sake of being rebellious. And if anything, I've always wanted them to be a part of my life. You know, I always hoped for them to be a part of my life. And it was more of a matter of they did not accept me for who I was, and they were not respectful with those boundaries. And I needed to make sure that I kept those boundaries for my own safety and protection. And I still waited patiently, and I have been waiting patiently for them to come around. But unfortunately, I believe both sides are very prideful. Mm. Mm. Neither one of us wanted to back down. I didn't want to back down because I believed in the respect that they raised me to have for myself and others. And they didn't want to back down because they believed they were doing what's right for me. So, both sides had very strong beliefs, right? So I just want to be clear about that in terms of like when I talk about the homestead, and even though the things that I talk about aren't the best and aren't the greatest, I hope it doesn't come off. It will. It will. Let me. I won't beat around it. It will definitely come off and sound like I'm like bashing on them. They weren't the best, but I did wish for things to be better. You know. Hmm. Yeah. Don't eat the parents. Their voting history will do that for you. Yeah, parents are people too. This is very true. Parents are people and they have their own experiences and problems to deal with. You know, they interpret things differently. Beko is fading. Smart coworker. Yeah. That was like recent. That was literally like during the pandemic, right? I had been alive for X amount of years and always using that phrase that, what I had wasn't the best, but it could have been worse. Like trying to rationalize that, I trying to rationalize that my upbringing wasn't terrible, right? And it wasn't until like the pandemic, as recent as the pandemic, that somebody told me that I shouldn't rationalize that. Mm. That was crazy. That was crazy to have gone so long. So when are we gonna pay back? 80s action movie theme? No, that's fine. No, that's fine. As I mentioned to you, I think I mentioned to you, like, what was it? A year and a half ago? Was it 2 years ago or something? Unfortunately, like, according to my brother, they possibly may or may not be on like their remaining remaining time span. I do not know how much time they have left. And I remember when I was originally being told this news, I was just so angry. I was so angry that they wanted to spend the remaining time still being estranged. You know what I mean? I was just like, man. But we were both being super prideful. Not giving in. I feel like, I mean, it's hard to say. I feel like from my perspective, I've been bending over backwards and giving in a lot for them, trying to cater a lot to them, right? And they probably feel the same way about me, right? Because every so often I still get like care packages from them every so often, but like it's only recently, like I kid you not, like within the last 3 years, it's only within the last 3 years that they've started greeting me for holidays and birthdays. And yeah, but like before then, when we first were estranged, I have like years and years where I was like greeting them for birthdays and holidays, and they were ignoring me. And it's only now that I've given up and I've like stopped messaging them for birthdays and holidays, and now that they're I guess on their last time span, that they've started greeting me for holidays and birthdays. Yeah. So probably from their perspective as well, they think that they've also been like bending over backwards for me. Or at least feel like it. So it's kind of hard, you know, each of our perspectives and stances on things. I don't know. I don't know how one fixes it. I don't know.
They really are cats. You stop giving attention and they start giving.
Yeah, just come from a family of cats. You have no idea what you actually went through, but thanks for being so real. Yeah. Yeah. I know everybody has to deal with different things. And my old philosophy, so like I've not talked about the homestead too much. I've been really like broad about it just because of the whole streaming, right? I wanted my place to be just like a source of entertainment, right? That I know a lot of you guys are coming off of having your own stressful lives, having your own stressful work. I wanted you guys to come here to just be able to relax and find your enjoyment. That was the service that I wanted to provide you. But before I started streaming, I actually was also more like open and counseling. Like, granted, I'm not your therapist. Please don't use me as your therapist, by the way. Don't do that. There's a lot of people that have tried to do that with me. Just because I'm super like I'm super like that. Like I'm super like I give advice. I don't know. But like I I used to be super open about sharing my experience and how like whatever difficulties I may have faced. One, because I believe talking about it mentally or like symbolically means the experience didn't beat you down, right? A lot of times when people are going through hard times or struggles, they tend to bottle it up and don't seek help, okay? They don't seek help, whether it's from shame or like feeling embarrassed about whatever experience they're going through. I feel like the first step is always like talking it out, being brave enough to talk about whatever your experience
Guilty.
is. Yeah. Yeah. See, exactly. So, like, that's why I usually have always been open about my experience. But I haven't. I kind of stopped doing that when I started streaming. And I think that's been kind of hard for me because I'm usually really transparent about that. And I always felt like talking about it meant that it didn't like beat me down. So like I also hope that with me sharing my own experiences, if anybody else has similar experience, you know, they don't feel alone. Because I think that's one of the hardest things when you're dealing with hard situations like that is feeling alone in it. And if you know that like other people have gone through the same thing and they're still working it out on the other side, I think that helps. Or at least I'd like to hope that helps, which is why like I used to be super open with it. And so now with this year and trying to like reclaim parts of me that I feel like I had lost, I'll definitely be more transparent and open about that. And I hope you guys don't mind. I hope you guys are okay with that. Pity is the right word. Melancholic might be the word. Melancholic feels like to be the word a lot of the times.
Ads
Maybe.
are dropping in 2 minutes.
Beko the rebel. I have been considered like a really rebellious-esque kind of child. I don't like to think about it like that. I like to think about it as having a free spirit, you know? Do things. Experience life to the fullest, you know what I mean?
Level up.
They won't. Melvoid, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. With every level I go stronger. Thank you, thank you. Has always come off as disappointed and hurt, but understanding to me. Me? That I've always... Is that in reference to me? Recent. During the pandemic. Is the pandemic not considered recent anymore? Time is a funny thing for me. Time is a funny thing for me. I need a hiccup. That wasn't a hiccup. Pride, an odd concept. It can be what keeps you on the straight and narrow, or it can just be stubbornness and misconstrued. This is also true. We're both stubborn. We're both very stubborn. I think they say the same thing to your brother. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Absolutely. Progress. They really are cats. Yes. Very guilty. Your honesty and closeness is what makes you stay up for the tea room and your streams. You may not entertain the same way Avi or other streamers do, but that's not the kind of connection you value you for. This openness is. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm not a zoomy little gremlin like Avi. I'm sorry I'm not a zoomy little gremlin like Avi. But I'm glad that I provide some sort of like reassurance or some form. I provide something for you. I'm glad that being here provides something for you. VTubing. This is fun, safe place. Also VTubing. This is the drama that shaped me to the magical cat girl that I am. Yeah. Oh my god. Just brace yourself for the year-end interview. For the year-end anniversary interview. Brace yourselves for it, guys. I'm telling you right now that I'm gonna be like more transparent. Brace yourselves for the year-end anniversary interview. Unbottling, we unbottling these feelings for sure, for sure. Everyone has such complex traumas with all this context and nuance, yet here you are.
Don't be sorry, and no offense to Miss Nectarina, but we don't need two Avies.
I could have one for each arm, though. Avi on my right, Avi on my left. You're right, you're right. Avi is irreplaceable. She is unique and one and only. Let me see here. Everyone has such complex trauma with all this context and nuance, yet here I am, like, I almost died doing this. Surely I'll be more careful next time. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what trauma and, like, pain is, right? I mean, essentially that's what pain is. Pain is a survival attribute. It helps you learn what not to do next time. And life is a learning experience. It can't always be like rainbows and sunshine, right? You have to learn the bad in order to be able to enjoy the good. And having some bad makes the good all the better. If you have just good, you kind of don't get to understand how good is without the opposite to let you know, like, you know, it's kind of like lightness and darkness. You need that contrast to appreciate good things in your life. But I'm not saying you need to, like, suffer. You did, like, don't suffer, but definitely, like, everybody has their own bad experiences. And it's not about stewing and dwelling in that bad experiences. It's about, like, getting over it so that way you can enjoy the good and growing through it. And it's kind of like, that's pretty much kind of the point of the current album that's being released. I know I have a song that's releasing every week. Instead of last time, I think last time I released 2 songs per day, right? So it was like released in the span of 3 days. This time, to just kind of help my YouTube algorithm, I'm just releasing one per week. So we've got like 6 weeks of songs to look forward to. So I expect you guys to listen to all of the songs every single day in anticipation of waiting for the next one to be released. Please, please, please. It helps. It helps. It helps. I really, really want to level up my YouTube channel. Please, 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 please watch the songs on repeat. Please give me some watch hours, please. But yeah, as I mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention it on stream. I don't remember. I know I mentioned it in the tea room, but the new album is called Through Mud, and it's based off of the lotus flower. And the idea is that the lotus flower is very, very beautiful, but the conditions it grows in is like stagnant, muddy water that like is uninhabitable for any other regular flower except for the lotus. The lotus can grow through like what others consider inhabitable. And so the album is supposed to be basically like, hey, things were bad, things are not great, but we're gonna grow past this. That's kind of the point of the album, that we're gonna grow past this. So I hope everybody enjoys it, I guess. So there's gonna be a lot of, I guess, melancholic or very brash and hard songs in the album, but it's just as a means to just kind of express the hardness. And then after that album is released, I'm hoping to basically just be fresh after that and not dwell on the hardness anymore. In reference to how you referred to the homestead. Oh yeah, melancholic. Pandemic started 7 years ago. Yeah, that's still recent. Is it not? That's still recent. 7 years ago explodes. You're absolutely a gremlin. What? For calling the pandemic still recent? I think it's recent enough in the this is how I feel about it. I think it's still recent enough in the sense that the effects of the pandemic can still be felt today. Does that make sense? Like the ripples of what the pandemic caused is still like there's still a lot of cause and effect that the pandemic has done to shape how things are today. And that's something that like I feel like we'll still feel for a while. That's how I feel about it anyway. I don't know if I could hang out with Avi. I'm always glad to hop in the tea room though. She's good people to hang out with. Every time I get, it's very few and far between that I'm able to get into a call with Avi, mainly because I'm always super busy and she supposedly is supposed to go to bed early, but apparently I've heard that she doesn't sometimes. But every time I am able to get in a call with her, I always try to drag the conversation for as long as possible because I like hanging out with her. I miss Avi. Honestly, actually, the entire time I was on my hiatus, I don't think I had gotten a chance to talk to her or hang out with her a lot. Like, I actually haven't really talked to her, and I haven't been in her streams. I haven't been in her streams since the hiatus. Because things were really bad. Things were really, really bad. During the hiatus, and I was very recluse. When things get really bad, I do not know how to like. That was something that I think I was expressing in the tea room one night, where it was so bad, and I became recluse because I did not want the bad to rub off on you guys, right? Because I didn't know how to conduct. So it was that bad. I don't know what to say other than that. It was that bad. But we're here now. We're here now. Just not all the time. Oh. You won't
Like the random dandelion growing in a small crack of the 106-degree pavement. It hasn't rained in months and it's drenched in weed killer. Life will try to put me down, but I will try harder.
Yeah. But dandelions get eaten. But yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's you know, dandelion's also a weed, isn't it? I'd rather be a lotus flower. Lotus flowers, don't they have like they could be used for like they're very pretty. They're used for decorations, and there's like medicinal uses for the lotus flower. Yeah. You strangely sounded like Avi when you said that you're not like her. Ever so slightly being stuffy. Obviously a lot of these heavy conversations are stirring emotion, and I am using a lot of willpower to not straight up bawl. It's you can tell when somebody has had like a very traumatic upbringing when they are crying and they are still keeping their composure. You know what I mean? I think I've had people like tell me that they've been freaked out about that aspect about me, where like I'm straight up crying and bawling, but I can still crack jokes, or I'm super duper composed. And the sad part is it's because I had to be. In my upbringing, it's because I had to be. So like right now, to keep my composure, I'm doing a lot of I'm focusing really, really hard on focused breathing, like slow, very slow breathing, so that I don't just like full on break down. I'm like holding my breath, inhaling, and doing like slow breathing and all that stuff. Because like crying in the homestead was like just flat out unacceptable. Yeah, I've had a lot of experience with that. It just doesn't stop the fact that I'm super squishy. I'm still super squishy, and I cry very easily to TV shows and movies. Anytime any character has like emotions, I start bawling. I'm so squishy to like movies and TV show. I cry so easily. But I can control, like I do like the I don't know. I can, if I need to, I can be very composed. But obviously it takes a lot of energy and focus. What is this? I thought we agreed on cosmic horror being a magical I am a cosmic horror. I was about to say Beko would love to. I know, right? I would love two Avies. Bow, bow, but it's Avi, so buzz, 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 buzz. Too many Avies brings down the brain cell. Can you imagine Avi talking to an Avi? Can you imagine two Avis talking to each other? Sounds good to you? You like me being an algic horror magical girl. Life needs ibuprofen. Did you know too much? I mean, never mind. That's all medication. I was gonna say, did you know ibuprofen's bad for your liver? But that's all medications. But isn't it like ibuprofen is like the really harsh on your liver in general? The Facts of Life from Beko? Yeah. The Facts of Life. Wait. What's the song? I'm talking about the facts of life. The facts of life. I don't remember. It's such an old song or show, question mark. Da da da, the facts of life is all about you. Something or other. Granny Becca's words of wisdom. And back in my day, when they had what's something really old? When they had the flip-floppy discs, they weren't things that you wore on your feet. This floppy Flip floppy disks. Oh, well, looks at how much rain my state gets. You definitely know what the rain is like. You will still scorn the sun, though. It hurts your eyes. Oh, you have the sensitive. Yeah, I think I remember that. I don't mind the sun. I'm actually quite surprised how much it rains. But I'm okay with that because apparently I tend to be more energetic in overcast than when it's super sunny. But I like the sun too. I don't know. I like the balance. Oh, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. You dumb. I dumb, you like you. Oh, thank you. You get so cute when you talk about her. Me? Why? Just because I like Avi? Avi is super sweet. She's super sweet. Although she really should talk to me more. But then also in saying that, I really need to message Ray more. She's actually been like messaging me, trying to always check up on me, and I've just not been as responsive. I've not been as responsive with Ray, so I actually it's a train. I want Avi to message me more, and I'm pretty sure Ray wants me to message her more. So in saying that, I'll probably message Ray. I think she messaged me and I forgot to message her back. I forgot to message her back. I feel bad now. We're gonna feel the big orange for over 100 year in that case. What big orange? Oh, the sun? Like the sun? Lotus silk is high-end goods? Yeah! High-end goods! We're gonna be a lotus flower. Go on nasally. Yeah. You underestimate the dandelion. Dandelions are voracious. I know, they're weeds. They're considered weeds. So, you know, weeds can damn near grow anywhere. It's a pretty weed. You can eat every part of it. Use it in medicine. Make tea with it. Use it for sunblock. You can use it for sunblock? And it brings all the bees to the yard. Dandelions are neat. Ah. You can limp, run, and limp quietly. You don't know what this implies. I don't know what that implies. No, cosmic horror. That's also a magical girl. It's important to say the whole thing. Who? That's also a cosmic horror. That's also a magical girl. Beko sandwich with Avi bread. Yeah. Two Avis talking to each other? You heard about AI, yes? You heard about it. I've heard about it. I've heard about it. Why? I think I have the voice filter so that I can voice filter to sound like Avi. We did that for April Fool's one year. Although I think, did I have Avi? I think I had Avi. Yeah. And I had her read the Wikipedia page for a chair. And Ano helped me turn that to a voice filter so I could sound like Avi. But then when I did it, everybody was just like, I still sound like me. I still talk like me. I still talk like me. So like it sounded weird to have Avi talk like me, and I'm just like, how does Avi talk? How do I talk? And I was trying really hard to talk like Avi, because I even made like a PowerPoint presentation in a way that I imagined Avi would, because Avi, like, I think she had a conversation or she talked about liking Legoshi, so I made a whole PowerPoint presentation about wolf boys and Legoshi and trying to fawn over Legoshi to try to sound like Avi. Not ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is alright for the liver. You can what's it? You can OD on it, but would require lots. Paracetamol, and on the other hand, is banned in the US for that exact reason. Paracetamol. Interesting. Interesting. I like that everybody else knows the lyrics to the facts of life. Just ghost Avi? No. Don't ghost Avi. Oh, Tylenol. Tylenol can hurt you. Easy to get everywhere in the US. Oh. Oh no. The VTubers whose whole job is to talk with people are really bad at talking to people that they like. Ironic. I think it's just like, for me at least, you guys know that I'm just a massive workaholic.
You just didn't have the Gen Z-tism. That's a hard one to nail down.
Let me turn back time and become an iPad baby. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Let me turn back time and become an iPad baby. I think I'm also like, unless I'm having one of my obsessions, like my current obsessions, I think I tend to be really calm demeanor too. I tend to be really calm and composed unless I'm having like one of my current obsessions talk and I'm like all hyped up. Dandelion Fine and Geeb Gab. There's a vine. Now the game of the chase starts after the ghost card has been played. Zombie Fox over here is talking about like the steps of how to get people interested in you, how to claim people or whatever. It's like the book of how to court or something like that. First you ghost them, then they chase you, and then the next step is you play hard to get, and then you give them a little bit of a breadcrumb, and then like, you know, things like that. Like, this is the steps for dating. Your dandies bring all the bees to the yard, and they're like, it's sweeter than yours. Yeah, they're like, much sweeter than yours. Oh my god. Yeah. Got one guide then? Where'd? One guide where? You remember hearing the story about paracetamol being banned in the US for being bad for the liver? I feel like a lot of medicine is bad for the liver. You just didn't have, oh, the Gen Z, very calm, very That's what Rianari said. You know, I didn't realize how monotone I was until meeting Rianari, right? Up until then, I always thought I was super duper expressive. I always thought that I was super duper expressive because I'm always super honest and expressive, like with my feelings and things like that. And then like I met Rianari and he straight up told me, like when I was talking to him about like the deres or things like that, and I took a test and I was just like, I don't know what I am. And he's just like, I see you as a kudere, right? Like we were looking up the different deres. I'm just like, what? Really? And he's just like, yeah, you're a kudere. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's just like, you're very like monotone. He's like, you're very monotone and hard to read sometimes. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's just like, you are like, and here's the thing that he said, right? I can do the voice inflections if I exert energy. I can do the voice inflections, but then my face doesn't change. My face doesn't change. So there are some times where like we'll be talking about an outing or something like that, and then I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so excited, right? But then I say it in the most monotone way, and he's just staring at me, and I have to reassure him. I'm like, no, I really, really am excited. But then there's like no tone shift, right? There's still no tone shift, and I'm just like, I'm really, really excited. And I just have to keep repeating it to him. I'm really, really excited. And he's just like, uh-huh. And I'm like, I really am. I'm so excited. And he's like, you sure sound like it. But I think he's known me long enough. I think Rianar has known me long enough that there's certain that my tones are very, very subtle. My tones are very subtle, but like they are there. Like he can tell when I'm excited now. He can totally tell when I'm excited now. But like before before then, he said like a lot of things that I say, I sound like I'm being so sarcastic. I don't know if Rianari is here right now. I know he was lurking earlier, but like, yeah, a lot of the times, certain things that I say, I sound so monotone that I sound like I'm being sarcastic. Oh, the best example was like when he would talk to his mom and I'd watch him talk to his mom over the phone. And then like he'd get off the phone and I'd look at him and be like, oh, that's so cute. And he'd look at me and he's just like, if I didn't know that you were serious, you'd sound like you were actually patronizing me. Just so you know. And I'm like, I am being serious. I do think that's so adorable. And he's like, I know you're serious. And I'm just like, here he is here. Yeah, Rianore, you were the one that like literally I did not know I was monotone until you told me I was monotone. Until you told me that like it's hard to read me. Up until that point, up until meeting you, I thought I was super expressive. You just did a quick research. Yep, Beko is kudere 80% of the time, especially in my tier. Especially that is so true. When I'm on stream, I'm definitely more emotive, and then if you catch me off stream, I do not exert energy. I sit there, I'm like, yo, what's up? Hi guys. What? Yeah. And I think that's also noticeable if I'm ever like collabing with somebody but I'm not streaming, I have the most like deadpan I'm so deadpan, right? I'm just like, hey, how's it going? Yeah. So you're kudere as well. People always have to confirm that you're being serious. There's another one. There's kudere, and I forgot what the other one is. I don't remember if it was dandere or something like that. But yeah, Rianari was the one that told me that I'm kudere. So there you go. There's a little tidbit for you guys about me. Surprise, surprise. Do you guys think I'm expressive on stream? Do you guys think I'm expressive? Yeah. IRL Beko must sound different than streamer Beko.
Chat, imagine Himidi Beko.
Hime did it. Ha 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 ha! You shall bow down to me, peasants, because I'm super great, aren't I? I am super superior, and I'm such a princess that I think you guys should treat me all the same, you know? I definitely deserve the finest salmon that money can buy. Definitely the finest. There are some really, really great salmons that I could really tell you about, and those are the only ones that I bother eating, okay? Do not dare give me some canned pink salmon with all the bones in it. That is too filthy and unrefined for my taste palette. Archie can vouch for this. RBV? What does RBV mean? Very quiet from what you've been told. I'm very quiet in person. I don't know, that depends. That also depends on the environment. If it's more than 3 people...
It didn't happen.
God damn it, don't clip that! God damn... Chat, clip that. Archie's like screaming, clip that. Chat, Archie, you know you can do !C to clip things. Yes, the bottle helps a lot. So does the extra energy. The extra. Yes, my princess. It will be. It shall be done. Yes, 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 of course. Yes, yes. I really don't want to eat canned pink salmon again, by the way. All of those bones was very off-putting to me. Oh yeah, Becca was so humid, did it? RBV, resting B voice. Wait, do I... Not the face? Resting B voice? Oh my god. You didn't know? Didn't know what? Oh, the exclamation mark C? Yeah. Hi, Buka! Why did you call out humid data for me, Archie? You missed? No, I think Puka was lurking this entire time. Add that to your voice. Oh my god, add that to my voice reel. No. Oh my god. I don't know how I sounded. I had no script. Improvisation. You know some himideres and they are a treat. They can be. They can be. I mean, if you like them treating you like that, yeah, they can be. Especially, listen, there are himideres where they could still be like really proud of themselves, but they can also care about other people, right? I think those are the best himideres. If they still care about other people. There are the himideres where like they don't care about the other people, but there are the himideres where they're protective of the people that they are close to. Yeah. RBV with chibi face is a weird combo with the chibi face. You just thought it would be funny. Oh my god. Himedere with a dash of kusogaki. What is kusogaki? Chef's kiss. Mwah! You sounded like what I think Renge Husha Kuji from Host Club sounds like. Is that the chick? You talking about the chick? Kusogaki. Oh, a brat! You calling me a brat? Yeah. I don't know what other ones there are. That's the extent. Himedere? And then there's the kamedere. That one's more brain elevated. Beko, no. Voices, yes! You're reading a massive list? There's basically a data for everything. There used to be like really like only 8 or something. There used to be like 8 and then now there's like a data for absolutely everything. I don't know if they were always there and like they're just more prevalent now or if people just were adding like creating more as time went on. But there are so many now. There's like so many. Beko, you know me pretty well. What would you be? You? I don't know the data is off the top of my head. I don't know the data is off the top of my head, Archie, but I always describe you the same way every time that you can be a little overzealous sometimes. So whichever data fits that, whichever one fits that, which data is like they can be super overzealous. I always describe you the same way every time, Archie. It's like the table of elements. They were always there. We're just naming them now. We are. Don't stare at me like that, Archie. I describe you the same every single time. You're just a little overzealous sometimes. Don't stare at me like that. Mesugaki is a kusogaki, but spicy and provocative, aka opposite of Beko. Ah, frick. I have to take lessons from like one of my other friends to try to. I wonder if I could ask if they could be on stream with me and try to teach me how to be. They know how to be kind of haughty, like Hauty. They can be a little haughty, I think. I wonder if they could teach me how to be haughty. You think you're probably dandere? Maybe flipping to dere. Yeah, dandere was the other one that I saw. I can't remember exactly what it does. Well, at least you're not being called tsundere. You're not really tsundere. Kaiju tsundere. Kaiju tsundere. You're not tsundere, Archie. I'd have to pull up a list. I'd have to like actually look this up. If there's like a zealous dere, that'd be you. List of deres. Down, 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 down. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's so many. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. There's so many. I clicked on a random one. Dere. Ojo. Ojo dere. I'm gonna have to look through these. I don't know. Take a test, Archie. Take a test, my boy. Overzealous, like a young, energetic puppy. Yeah, kind of. No, that's kaiju. Yeah, kaiju tsundere. A dandere character is one who is quiet and asocial, possibly to the point of coming across as emotionless at times, when they're really just shy or afraid to talk. They will become talkative and sweet when alone with the right person. Yeah. So that was like the alternative one that I could have been. Where is kudere? What is kudere? Kudere, kudere. Wait a second. What does this say? This doesn't seem right. Wait a second. Isn't... Oh, I pulled up the wrong one. I'm trying to look for kudere, and I'm reading this and I'm like, this doesn't sound correct. Is a term for a dere character who really loves smelling their love interest and their belongings. I'm just like, wait a second, that's not right. I have the article up for kundere. I need kudere. Kudere. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. What the heck? Kudere, also known as kuldere in Western media, is a term for a character who initially acts cold, expressionless, and indifferent to hide their love feelings, but becomes cute, lovey-dovey, and dere around their love interest after getting closer to them. Although it might not appear like it at first, they are hiding a deep inner love that will come out after becoming close to their love interest. They don't behave particularly notably when in a group. Yeah, if I'm in a group of 3 or more, I just kind of people watch. I don't really act out. Taking up a stiff, cool appearance and a cold, don't get involved with me aura. That creates a wall between themselves and other people. Yeah, I tend to just people watch at a certain point. I tend to be very, very like kudere or like stonewally or whatever. They are also harshly blunt and straightforward with their thoughts, which often leads to them making sharp-tongued statements without considering others' feelings. I can be very blunt. This is also very true. I can be very blunt. Same. Yeah. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Ooh, I'm just being honest. Archie has a touch of tism did it. Can we make a periodic table of data, like actual merch? Don't think anyone made one before. Do you... How many are there, though? There is a lot, but totally could. That's so you? 2P, you're a kudere? You're a kudere? Is everybody gonna start claiming themselves to be a kudere in here? Am I attracting all the kuderes here? Sounds like a Beko? Same. Oh crap. Did the kudere attract all the kuderes? Sharp tongue like a cat? Wait. I think Rionari might be a dandere. I mean, he might also be a kudere. They're pretty close. No sniffer one. Not the... Oh, you're the sniffer one? You like smells? You like smells, 2P? You're not cool enough to be kudere? It's okay. You could still be a dandere. You can be any data, honestly. You're accepted for any data that you wish to be. They are very similar. You feel like if somehow you feel like you somehow was an anime archetype, you'd be inchol. What is it? Inchol. Inchol. Is that in here, or do I have to Google that specifically? Inchol. Inchol. Chel? Chel. A director? Class monitor. Means why? Incho. Pop culture. Student in class. In charge of the class. Ah! Mr. President! Class president! Class president! Class president! Admirable class president! Class president! Class president! You'd be responsible for us little rugrats. You'd be the most responsible one. You genuinely don't care, but if you did, you most likely wouldn't know dere. You wouldn't know dere. No dere. No dere. It's like walking past someone and their aura hitting you in the face, so you hold your breath because they ain't your loved one. For real, for real. You smell that they aren't the one. Difference, kudere seems to either be or fake being emotionless. While dandere can just appear that way, but it's because they are shy. Oh, dandere is like they just appear it. Kudere is they are emotionless. Hi, Cookie. What's up? Ow! I know there's people outside. I can smell whatever it is they're cooking. And you'd be annoying doing it. It's okay. It's okay. We can accept that. You'll like push your glasses up with your finger and be like, actually, guys. And we'd be like, yes, class president. Becca would be VP because we'd know her chaos energy would make things fun. This is true. Coggy, come here. Come here. Come here, come here, come here. Pupper sniffer. I can smell it. I've been smelling it. It smells like kind of burntish. I've been smelling it. But I've also been curious about what they're cooking. Admirable, the same as Senator, poppin' fresh. Or is this just a coincidence? Sniff, sniff. Hiff, 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 hiff. Hiff, 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 hiff. How many hours are we at? 3? Never met the senator, but I'm curious now. As a kid, your parents joked your first words was actually, guys. Tell me more. Tell me more. Somebody tell me that Pudding, please tell me that Pudding is streaming tonight. Pudding is going out. They'll be home in a little bit. They'll be home for a little bit. I wanted to raid into Pudding because today is Pudding's birthday, but I wasn't sure if Pudding was going to stream today or if they were going to go out today. But Pudding actually goes out. So it looks like Pudding actually goes out or like went out for their birthday. So we are not raiding Pudding. We are not raiding Pudding for Pudding's birthday. But I did want to raid Pudding for Pudding's birthday. But when Pudding should be having, I don't know if it's this weekend. It might be this weekend. Pudding is also going to be holding a marathon stream. And I believe it is for Pudding's first marathon stream. So I definitely want to raid into that. So let me know because I'm so absent-minded. If Pudding is streaming, when are you streaming? That I do want to raid into them. I do want to raid into them. Kogi wants to know what the outside people are doing. Let me see. Hayami Mei? No, Archie. Miffy will be streaming on Saturday. Okay. Kogi, I miss you. Kogi Archie misses you. He misses you. Kogi once more nut punching. Or nut punching. Mm-mm-mm. Can we raid Anna? We could. I was queuing up a couple of options here. I saw somebody was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, but they've been streaming for 6 hours and I don't see Red Dead on their screen, so I think they're getting close to ending stream. So I don't think they are doing that anymore. Mm. Mm. And then Archie said, Hayami? I think I have rated Hayami before. Or we could try to find somebody new as well. And maybe eat him. Let's go harass the deer and maybe eat him. I could also try to find someone new. Lady Aurora. Have I rated them before? Oops. Was that the one that I rated before? Was that the one that I rated before? No. What was the one that I rated before? You don't think so? She's a cosplayer you know? Oh. Wait. My brain is trying to look for this one girl that I rated before. The one that, like, I think I was her very first big raid. I don't think she's streaming! I don't think she's streaming! You know what? Let's raid Eden. Let's raid Eden. Brain cells? Hard at work? Seiko is life if you want to be brave. Which one is that? Let's raid Eden. We'll be a big brave dog. We're gonna raid Eden. Big brave dog. For anybody that doesn't know, Eden is a fluffy crystal dragon. She's also in a trading card game. Definitely check her out. Yeah, go check her out. She's super great. Her community is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, she's wonderful. She's great. She's very wonderful. She's super cool. She's super friendly too. I will... Oh, let me stop the timer too. Tomorrow is Friday, which means it'll be another, like, what, 3-4 hour stream. So we probably won't finish the timer then. And then we'll probably finish the timer on Saturday. Sometime during the weekend, I will not... There's a segment of time I won't be able to stream because I am having somebody come over to install a navigational monitor onto Sasha. So I won't stream during that time period. So there was that. And yeah. Yeah. Goodbye.